Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company for the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit energyattic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started. So let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. energyattic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Follow up their biggest win of the season as they hit the road to Denton County for a battle with the Braswell Bengals. Hi again, everybody. I'm Tom Dewar. Dakota Burke will join me in just a moment. Welcome to the Energy Attic Countdown to Kickoff pregame show. Get your free Energy Attic audit by going to energyattic.com. Your countdown to kickoff time stands now at 27 minutes and 43 seconds. Time for your pregame headlines, brought to you by Frost Bank. As you are now aware, this game, like most other high school games across North Texas, was moved up a day. That's because of the threat of storms tomorrow night. We'll take you inside how that decision to move the game up a day was made and how that impacts a team's preparation. Cowboys really made a statement with their win last week over Louisville, but it wasn't just about the score. As impressive as that was, it was about how they won. Dakota shares his insights, and we'll hear those from the head coach as well. And the Braswell Bengals are one of the district's surprises this year. They are still in the playoff picture with 3 games left. That could make them a dangerous team, and we'll break that down in just a little bit. Your countdown to kickoff time now stands at 26 minutes, 56 seconds. Time to welcome in Dakota Burke. As you know, I wasn't in the broadcast booth last Friday night. I was in New York City taking in a Knicks game at the Garden when I got this text from you, Dakota. Man, and I quote, "Man, you're missing a good one." Take me back to last Friday night.
Yeah, after what happened a couple weeks ago with Little Elm and that, 35-28 victory, it's a victory, but it was kind of like, well, that's not what we expected. So you go into Louisville, an undefeated team, hasn't lost anything. Kind of, you believe in the boys to come out strong and come prepared, and they did in the first quarter, and then they did the second quarter, and it just kept going and going. The thing I took away from it the most was when things went bad for the Cowboys, they turned it into good. And then on the other side of things, when things went good for Louisville, they found a way to make things not go so good. There was a lot of mental penalties on Louisville. There were penalties on Coppell, mostly effort. Coppell was just a more disciplined team. They stuck to their guns. They stuck with their game plan and came out with a big victory.
Yeah, we'll hear a little bit more about that from Coach Antonio Wiley in just a couple of minutes. But the Cowboys, and here's something to take away. The Cowboys may be a young team, but their playmakers are really starting to step up. And last week, it was all about what the defense was able to do, as you mentioned, to disrupt Louisville. Specifically, big plays and takeaways at the right time.
Yeah, 6 turnovers by this Cowboy defense. I remember a few weeks ago when you played a little, game.
Do you remember that?
I do, and you asked me, will the Cowboys have more turnovers than they did last year? And I said no, but they'll probably have more sacks. Well, they proved me wrong, because with 6 turnovers now, this defense has 12 interceptions, just 12 interceptions. They had 11 last year. They have 5 fumbles, and their turnover margin is a +5. And we'll talk more about the specific playmakers and Anthony Lewis, who 3 interceptions? Are you kidding me? And Tyrell Robertson with a pick-6 of his own, 2 forced fumbles recovered on top of that. It was a lights-out game from the defense.
You can ask Tanner, who was with me at the Garden that night, taking in the next game, the smile that I had on my face when I got that, along with the score update from you. And I told that to Coach Wiley when we talked, and he got a good chuckle out of that. Listen, every game is important, especially at this point in the season. And we'll hear that from Coach Wiley in a little bit. And we never like to look too far ahead, but a win tonight, and then games against Flower Mound and Marcus, 2 very winnable games after this. This team could get on a really nice roll going into the playoffs.
And not only that, Louisville still plays Geyer next week on Halloween night. If they were to beat Geyer, we now have a 3-team tie for the district championship. And then you have to work out all the math of who's going to be the district championship. So Cowboys making the playoffs, get you some momentum, great. But you're still kind of fighting for a district championship on top of that. And I think that adds a little chip to their shoulder that they want to get off of starting tonight.
Think they'll let us skip out on this game, or the Cowboys game, to go watch that way? I'm really interested in what happens.
I might have my ear close to that one.
All right, your countdown to kickoff time now stands at 23 minutes and 50 seconds. When countdown to kickoff continues, we'll break down the Braswell Bengals, hear from head coach Antonio Wiley on what it will take to go 1-0 tonight, and we'll put Dakota's prognostication skills to the test.
That's a big word.
All that and more when the Energy Attic Countdown to Kickoff pregame show continues, and it'll do so in just a moment.
Welcome to Bliss Orthodontics, where you'll experience the Bliss difference. Dr. Edau at Bliss Orthodontics is your leading Coppell orthodontist and has been serving the community for more than a decade. Bliss Orthodontics treats children and adults and can help you with braces, Invisalign, and even those affected by sleep apnea. Dr. Edau has more than 25 years of experience and has been named Best Orthodontist in North Texas by D Magazine. Bliss Orthodontics actively supports our local schools and sports teams, and they're a proud sponsor of Coppell Cowboys football. You can find them online at BlissOrtho.com.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as the foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Each year across the United States, young lives are lost to sudden cardiac arrest, and our communities are left to pick up the pieces. That's what happened in April of 2009 when Zachary Schraw lost his life to an undiagnosed heart condition after collapsing suddenly during a Plano East Senior High School football practice. After his death, Zach's loved ones knew it was time to take action to protect young hearts across North Texas from this silent killer. Since its establishment in 2009, Living for Zachary has impacted thousands of families by providing heart screenings for ages 12 to 22, donating AEDs to youth-based organizations, and training community members in the use of CPR, all with the goal of saving lives. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, so we can't either. Schedule your child's heart screening today, apply for an AED for your organization, or make a donation that could change a life forever. Together, we can give our children's hearts a second chance. Join the movement to save young hearts at livingforzachary.org today.
Welcome back to the Energetic Countdown to Kickoff pregame show with the Braswell Band on the field right now. We're live at the Champion Sports Radio broadcast booth at Carrico Stadium in Denton County. It's the Cowboys and the Braswell Bengals, and you can hear it live on the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network. Kickoff is just about 20 minutes away. Braswell Bengals come into tonight's game 2-4 overall, but 2-2 in the district, and their district wins came against Little Elm and last week in a barn burner, 9-7 against Flower Mound. Their losses against Louisville and Marcus. Right now, they're tied for Hebron for 4th place in the district, and with 3 games to go, they have their eyes set on making it back to the playoffs. If they do, it'll only be their 2nd trip ever, and their first under head coach Kent Laster. Coach Laster is in his 3rd season with the Bengals. He has an overall 8-18 record with them. And he has 2 new assistants on his staff this year. Brent Parker is in his 1st season at the helm of the Bengals offense, and Charles Wheeler is in his 1st season as the Bengals defensive coordinator. Now, with 1 more win this season, the Bengals will top their win total from last year. They won only 2 games all of last season. Their best season in recent memory, that was their only playoff season. That was back in 2019. Cowboys coach Antonio Wiley is in his 4th season with the Cowboys. He has a 37-5 record with them, and he has his eyes on this Cowboys team in a prime playoff position right now, and they're still vying for their 3rd consecutive district title. But this week presents some challenges. At the top of the list, playing this game a day early. Coach Wiley takes us inside the decision to move the game to tonight.
All right, Coach, let's start with the schedule change this week and how much that impacts your preparation for a game like this tonight.
Obviously it shortens your time frame, but, we try to do a good job of making sure we still get all our work in. Does it cut into how much time our sub varsity gets to relax before the game? Absolutely. And get to catch their breath because of practice week? Absolutely. Because, whereas they're usually on their game morning, which they're playing today, they're usually here at 8:50. Well, they had to be here at 7:30 this morning with us to go practice because we still have to get our 3rd practice in for the week, and they needed to get theirs in. So it's one of those. It changes our schedule a little bit, but we still try to make sure as a coaching staff that our kids, we keep it as close to normal as possible with the amount of work we get done. We just have to squeeze it into a shorter time frame and a smaller window.
Give us a little bit of insight. Take us into how a decision like that is made. That is not a one-person decision. That's a many-factor decision, and kind of give us an inside peek at how all that came together.
Man, it's a little bit of an ordeal because, you have to get with the opposing team and then you have to go through the DEC to get an approval. Everybody kind of looks at it. We saw the weather on Monday and was thinking, it's just going to be rain. And then as you kind of look at it and progress, you see chance of heavy thunderstorms and lightning. And it's saying the specific window was between 7 and 11 p.m. And, you got a district game. So you have a chance to be out there till 1 a.m. on trying to wait out a delay or coming back on Saturday to finish it. And, the ironic thing is Saturday has an 85% chance of rain as well. So if you end up in a situation where you can't get it done Saturday, well, now you have to push it till Monday, which means it affects the games for the rest of your season because by UIL rule, you have to have so many days off between competitions.
In the end, it certainly looks like a no-brainer. Okay, let's step back to last week, and certainly a statement win for this program. And where you are with this team right now to be able to come out and not just beat a team like Louisville, but how you beat them. And take us inside a little bit of the mindset going into that game and then, the message afterwards.
The mindset was, let's go play our best football. It's never been about our opponent. I tell people that all the time. Yes, we're going to go out and we're going to game plan for an opponent. But at the end of the day, it's about how well we execute that plan. How well our kids adjust on the fly throughout the game when teams make their adjustments. I think our kids last week showed their ability to go out and execute a plan. We had a plan to stop the run, which I think we did a decent job of. And then we had a plan to pressure the quarterback and see if we could be opportunistic with the football when it got in the air. And all those things came together. I think it was a perfect storm for us, in our favor, because, we were able to do some things and come out on the right side and play opportunistic football and come away with, I think 6 turnovers at the end of the night. Possibly should have been 7. They called a pass interference on another interception. I think Anthony Lewis had 3 interceptions alone, and then we had Tyrell, who had a pick 6. So, we had quite a few interceptions and turnovers. I think that was the biggest deal. Our ability to create extra opportunities for our offense led to this win.
There are some other factors too. I mean, obviously the running game played heavily into what you were able to do. You were able to move the ball, and a team that is, able to throw the ball around the field. You really were able to shut them down too on defense. How do you translate success last week into tonight's game against another team that can be tricky to play against?
Mm-hmm. Well, you come into this week's game, Braswell's coming off of a win. They've taken care of business. They found the way to get their second district win. And against Flower Mound, and it was a slugfest, and I think they won it 9-7. But you're coming in with a little bit of a confidence, and they're looking at the scores and they're saying, well, hey, Coppell, you only beat Little Elm by 7 points, and we beat them 28-0. So I think that's all. And then we have to fight that urge to relax after a big win like Louisville. It's human nature to want to take a deep breath and, okay, where we go next. I think our job, and I talked to my coaches about this, is to make sure that our intensity level is just as high or higher than it was for Louisville this week as we go into Braswell. Because Coach Laster does a good job of getting those guys up to play week in and week out, and they're in every game for a while. It's just kind of things go wrong and it kind of the wheels fall off. So I'm looking forward to a good game. I'm looking forward to our kids going out and continuing our ability to get better week in and week out, and, trying to get another 1-0.
All right, we're coming down the stretch. Thank you so much for your time today. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, interviews with Coach Wiley this season, as always, brought to you by Bailey Orthodontics. Learn more about Bailey Orthodontics by going to CoppellOrtho.com. And a quick postscript, Braswell head coach Kent Laster telling us this week he's never had a game move up a day, not in his 18 years of coaching, so unique territory for him. Countdown to kickoff time now stands at 13 minutes, 22 seconds. When we continue, we're going to take a look around the district, and we'll challenge Dakota with some over-unders. The Energy out of Countdown to Kickoff pregame show rolls on in just a moment.
For those with pure food indulgence, Anamiya's Tex-Mex is the place for you. Anamiya's uses the freshest ingredients in all dishes to offer you the best dining experience. Treat yourself to more than 50 menu choices from the classic to the creative Mexican dish. And not only is Anamiya's the best Mexican restaurant in Coppell, but they're also a top Dallas caterer. Located on the northwest corner of Denton Tap and Sandy Lake, remember, everyone goes home happy after eating Anamiya's. Anamiya's, where contemporary meets sabor. Online at anamiyas.com.
Are you looking for your young athlete to take the next step? Then check out Performance Course, the #1 training program in the country for school-age athletes. Performance Course is an unrivaled approach to progressively improving athletic ability. This unique course combines sound, proven strength and conditioning principles with the latest methodologies in a dynamic training environment to give your athlete a physical and mental advantage over the competition. Check out the available Coppell ISD-specific courses online by clicking on the Coppell logo at performancecourse.com.
Hey, yo, student section! I'm here with your boy Cowboy Carl, and we need to tell you something. The Mix is a party that happens every Wednesday night at Fellowship Church for all students, and I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. Follow at The Mix FC for all the details, and go Cowboys!
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit EnergyAttic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started, so let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. EnergyAttic.com. Attic Solutions to transform your life.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Follow us on Twitter at Champion Sports, like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, or look for us on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Tell us why your team will win this week. Share when your favorite athlete is named Player of the Week, or brag about what your school alumni are up to now. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports, facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
All right, welcome back to the Energy Attic Countdown to Kickoff pregame show. It's the Cowboys and the Braswell Bengals from Carrico Stadium as the Cowboys look to win their 3rd straight. You can hear it live here on Champion Sports Radio, the flagship home of the Cowboys on the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network. Our countdown to kickoff time now stands at 9 minutes, 33 seconds. Time to quickly go around the district. Cowboys at 3-1, tied for second place, although they hold the tiebreaker over Louisville, who is also 3-1. Geyer still undefeated, sitting alone at the top of the district, and as we mentioned, Braswell and Hebron tied for 4th with 2-2 records. Marcus, Flower Mound, Little Elm, all in the bottom 3. All district games will be played tonight, again, because of the forecast for tomorrow. Geyer is on the road at Little Elm. Louisville will host Hebron, and it's the Battle of the Mound with Marcus hosting Flower Mound. Cowboys are still ranked number 25 in Dave Campbell's top 25 statewide, and they've moved up to 12th in the Dallas Morning News poll of DFW 6A teams. Countdown to kickoff, 8 minutes, 50 seconds. Bringing Dakota back in. As many football fans of a certain age, like myself, we grew up on the NFL Today in the 1980s, and a mainstay of that show is a guy named Jimmy the Greek. He used to handicap the NFL games before it was okay to do so, and he did it in fun ways to kind of mask it. So, Dakota, you will now assume the role of Jimmy the Greek. Are you ready to play over-under?
Disclaimer, FBI, for listening, we're not betting on these games.
No, we are not
betting
we're
on
not
the
game,
NBA.
But I need some handicapping here.
I gotcha.
First, Cowboys have 17 takeaways, as you mentioned early on. That's one short of the mark from last season. I'm setting the over-under at 22 takeaways. Over or under?
I'm going to go over. I think this team, late second half of the season, has really stepped it up in the takeaway game, and they made a fool out of me the first time. I will not be made fool again. I'll go over.
Second, Cowboys have 21 rushing touchdowns through 6.5 games. That half game was against Waxahachie. I'm setting the number at 30 rushing touchdowns for this season. Do you take the over or the under?
I'm going to go over. There's just too many people on this team. Zingelman, George, McAfee. Okay. Throw in Mayer even there if they want to get frisky with it. I mean, yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Well, trick plays and stuff like that. So they have a bunch of guys who can score rushing touchdowns, so I'll go over.
All right. Right now, Carter Zingelman has 971 passing yards. If I set the number at 1,500 passing yards for him for the season, and I'm going to say regular season, not including playoffs, are you taking the over or are you taking the under?
I'm going to go with the under, not because of skill or anything like that. I'm just taking the under just because he's so good with his legs. I mean, the guy gets 100 yards pretty much every game running the ball, so he does it with his legs, so I'll go under there. But, again, not because of skill, just because he's really good at running that ball and breaking tackles.
That one I was most interested in what you'd have to say and whether you were taking the over or the under.
I wanted to take the over, but I know better.
Yeah, and I'm kind of there with you. And again, it's not a knock. It's just this team is running the ball so dang well right now, and I know you're going to talk about that in a couple of minutes. Focus on what you do well. Cowboys football is coming your way in 6.5 minutes, and when the Energy Attic Countdown to Kickoff pregame show continues. Dakota will have his keys to the game, and we'll take a look at some players to watch tonight. Coppell Cowboy Football, the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network. We'll return in a moment.
As the sole provider of the Coppell High School mouthguards, Dr. Bailey and his team have been proudly perfecting and protecting Coppell smiles since 1987. From Invisalign to braces to early treatment for your little smiles, Dr. Bailey will craft a customized treatment for each and every smile in our lovely community. Learn more about who they are and what they do by visiting CoppellOrtho.com. That's CoppellOrtho.com. Bailey Orthodontics, proudly serving the Coppell community since 1987.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Johnson Management Company is an independent, family-owned McDonald's franchisee serving North Texas communities since 1986. At JMC, they actively support their communities through their involvement with schools, youth sports, and local charities. Your locally owned Coppell McDonald's proudly supports the Coppell Cowboys and reminds you to download the McDonald's app for all the best deals. Place your pickup order at the South Denton Tap Road location here in Coppell, or if you can't make it in, have your favorites delivered right to you. JMC McDonald's says, let's go, Big Red.
At Frost, it's about award-winning service. When you have an account with Frost, you have a relationship with Frost. They'll answer the phone when you call 24/7 right here in Texas, and they'll be there for you with a square deal and prudent financial advice and tools to help you with all the milestones in the years ahead. Frost is your corner and around the corner. Frost is expanding across the Metroplex, and they're committed to supporting the communities they serve. While other banks are closing locations, Frost is bringing their people from banking, investments, and insurance into more corners of the Metroplex. Deposit and loan products are offered through Frost Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Coppell Cowboys, we want to personally invite you to join us this Sunday at Fellowship Church in Grapevine.
For over 3 decades, Pastor Ed Young and Fellowship Church have been creatively and boldly communicating the Bible.
For more information, visit fellowshipchurch.com and go Cowboys!
UT Southwestern is the proud sponsor of Coppell High School's First Responders Night. Along with its main campus in Dallas, UT Southwestern sees patients in Frisco, Richardson, Plano, the Park Cities, Las Colinas, Fort Worth, Redbird, and now open in Coppell. UT Southwestern is the #1 hospital in DFW, named by U.S. News and World Report. Thank you, first responders. Go Cowboys!
Countdown to kickoff time now stands at 3 minutes, 23 seconds. Coin toss happening on the field. We'll catch you update on that in just a minute. But first, Dakota's Keys to the Game, brought to you by JMC McDonald's.
Yeah, first off, it's run, Cowboys, run. The Cowboys put up more than 300 yards against Louisville last week. Now going up against a run defense that's looked iffy lately. Cowboys need to do what they do best on offense. Run, and keep on running. Second, you got to play to your level. See, the Cowboys beat a winless team in Little Elm a couple weeks ago, but only by 7. Then turned around and beat an undefeated Louisville team by 18. Don't play down to your opponent's level. You got to play to your elite Cowboy level that we all know and love. And tonight's Keys to the Game brought to you by JMC McDonald's, locally owned and proudly supporting the Cowboys. JMC says, let's go, Big Red.
All right, who are the players you're going to keep an eye on tonight, Dakota?
Then on offense, I got to go with Dylan McAfee. Tonight, he's going to see a rush defense that's given up 150 yards or more in games this year. After his performance last week, including a 98-yard touchdown, McAfee has a chance again to be a big problem for a defense and a big player in the offensive attack. Defensively, I'm going to go with Anthony Lewis. 3 interceptions last week against Louisville. That's going to definitely earn him some more playing time. So with an offense that has had turnover problems, if Lewis can do even half of what he did last week, the boys should have no problem putting another W in the win column.
All right, there you have it. We got our guys to watch. We got our keys to the game. We're 2 minutes away from game time here at Carrico Stadium. Kickoff between the Coppell Cowboys and the Braswell Bengals is next on the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
You're listening to the home of the Coppell Cowboys, Champion Sports Radio.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
From Carrico Stadium in Denton County, the Coppell Cowboys look to follow up their big win over Louisville and take one step closer to locking up a playoff berth tonight. They battle with the Braswell Bengals. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Dakota Burke, I'm Tom Dewar. It's great to have you with us on the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network. Dakota, you like to talk about trap games. The Cowboys do not want this to be a trap game. You heard Coach Wiley talk about the dangers of that during the pregame show. How do you and the Cowboys see this one avoiding being a post-Louisville win letdown?
I think it's two quick things. First off, stick to your game plan. Run. Just stick to what you know, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Number two, you got to treat this team like they're the district championship team. You got to treat them just like every other opponent. Treat them like a Louisville. I know they're 2-2 fighting for a playoff spot, but saw what happened to Little Elm. Teams get to surprise you, so don't get caught off guard and treat them like district championship team.
You know, moving this game up 24 hours, shorten the prep work. Just one day, but still, in your eyes, and you said it a couple times, the game plan for the Cowboys tonight, simple. Just run the damn ball.
Exactly. 329 yards last year, one of the top teams in the entire state in rushing. Just stick to what you know, and that's running the ball.
A lot of talk about weather this week. We'll move on it after we say this. The reason for the game moving up to tonight won't be an issue, though, tonight. Your Infinity Solar USA kickoff temperature. A cool, crisp 75 degrees. Get your exclusive discount and free solar savings. Report today. The Cowboys won the toss. They deferred to the second half. And the opening kickoff from the big leg. Jaden Tidwell goes into and out of the back of the end zone. So, Braswell will start with the football, and a lot of moving pieces in their lineup and a lot of moving pieces tonight in the Cowboys lineup. We'll tell you about those as we get along. But for the Braswell Bengals, Braden Mansell is back in the lineup, and he will take over the starting quarterback duties as he's leading the team onto the field. He's the guy that started against Coppell last year. 4 for 6, only 17 passing yards, minus 14 rushing yards for him in that ball game. And he leads the Bengals, clad in all black, out on the field tonight. They'll drive in the first quarter from left to right with a man in motion and a bobbled snap right off the bat. The handoff is to Trufant, and a flag comes flying in from way in front of the play as Trufant picks up a handful of yards on that first down carry.
Another flag thrown in at the same time, too. Don't know if two.
Are they going to say this is a face mask? He got him up around the shoulder pads on that initial contact.
Personal foul, face mask.
Oh.
On the defense.
They're starting early, huh?
Starting early, and referee Tony Mobley not making any friends on that Coppell sideline with that call. as it really did not look like he got a face mask. We saw the jersey being pulled, and the call came from about 35 yards in front of the play. But nevertheless, it's a 15-yard penalty on the Cowboys. It'll move the football out to the 42-yard line, and so that's where the Braswell Bengals will scrimmage. The middle of the field, 42, and they break out in the package with 2 tight ends. And the back is Trufant, and he is to Mansell's left side. 2 wide to the right side, and Trufant goes up the middle, and he is swallowed up immediately. Pushes forward for a couple of yards out to the 44-yard line before he's brought down by Aaron Isbell. And Aaron Isbell's a name you're going to hear a decent amount of tonight. He's playing 2 ways tonight. He's playing on the defensive line, and he's going to play on the offensive line. Right tackle tonight as they fill in and make up for some injuries on the offensive line. So get ready to hear Aaron Isbell's name quite a bit, and it's now a 2nd down and 8 with 11:10 left to go here in this first quarter. Braswell with the opening possession of the ball game. They'll come back up to the line of scrimmage with 3 wide receivers, 1 to the left and 2 to the right. Ball just inside the right hash mark. Mansell in the shotgun with Trufant to his left. Now they send a man in motion. It's Carson Newsom, and he is over on the left side now. Shotgun snap, Mansell, miscommunication. Throws too short over to the near sideline, the right side, and he's not able to hit Treshawn Lockhart. There's been some movement on this personnel for Braswell, so we were just notified of a bunch of lineup changes for them, so we are getting adjusted to them as they are coming out of our mouths, as they're without 3 wide receivers who have been on their depth chart for most of the season. Treshawn Lockhart was one of those late adds. He is split out wide to the right side in between the numbers and the boundary line. It is now 3rd down and 8. Trufant goes from the right end of the line now back into the backfield. Pressure, Trufant catches it in the backfield. He's got a block in front, out to midfield, and he's out of bounds at the Cowboy 48.5 yard line.
Yeah, that one right there, lined up empty set, and the defense for the boys, they were trying to make sure everybody had a man on them. There was a receiver that didn't have anyone covering him, and then running back backfield, a little screen, and a 1st down. So Bengals catching the defense on their heels a little bit on that play.
To pick up a 1st down, and out of bounds, stopping the clock with 10:41 to go. Opening possession of this football game here on a Friday night, and it looks like Braswell's already going to take their first timeout of the ball game.
Timeout, Braswell. That's the first.
A minute 20 into this game. This team timeout brought to you by Anamia's Tex-Mex. For those with pure food indulgence, Anamia's is the place for you. They use the freshest ingredients to offer you the best dining experience. Coppell, Denton Tap, and Sandy Lake Roads, and online anytime at anamias.com.
Of course, because I don't want to give keys to the game for the Bengals to win, now that we're past that, I'll tell you one of the things they're going to want to do is that time of possession. They're not going to be quick on the ball. They're going to let time go as much as possible. It's kind of a simple formula. If you have the ball more than your opponent, then you're going to be decently successful at possibly winning the game. So
hasn't that become part of the recipe of beating teams like the Bills and the Chiefs over the past few years? The Bengals keeping their offense off the field?
Exactly. And tiring out the defense all at the same time.
So it will not be a 1st down. It is a 4th and very short here. Ball's at the 48.5 yard line of the Cowboys. Mansell in the shotgun, handoff Trufant. He's got the 1st down and a little bit more. They're going to give it to him out and down to the 47. So he got about a yard more than he needed to move the chain. So it is a 1st down for the Bengals now officially. They will move the chains downfield. It is a 1st down and 10. Ball spotted on the right hash mark at the Cowboys' 47-yard line. 10.5 to go, quarter number 1. No score yet, opening possession of the ball game. 2 wide receivers split out both to the left side, and they have the extra tight end on the right end of the line. That's Christian Bourgeois. He's a returning starter for this Braswell Bengals team. Play clock down to 9 as Mansell goes to the line and makes a check. Now they send a man in motion. It's Lockhart. Comes from left to right. They hand the ball off. It's Trufant. Trying to curl around the right end of the line, and absolutely no luck there. He's brought down by Madden Montague, and my gosh, Madden Montague this season has really stepped up in that linebacker core for the Cowboys.
Yeah, 54, now 55 tackles after that one, 2 sacks. He's got a fumble recovery as well. That one coming last week against the Fighting Farmers of Louisville, where the Cowboys defense, as mentioned earlier, 6 turnovers to 1 ratio. So they went from a -1 to a +4 turnover margin in one game. I mean, it's the best defense you'd ever see played by a team in a full football game for sure.
Montague racked up the Special Teams Player of the Week honors after last week. 4 wide receivers set for this 2nd down and 10.5 for the Bengals. The handoff, Trufant getting a load of work here in this first quarter on this first drive, plunges his way down to the 41-yard line. So that'll set up a 3rd down and somewhat manageable for the Bengals. Cowboys, again, looking to get off the field on 3rd down here early on in this football game. 3rd down and about the scoreboard directly across from us. The video board says 3rd and 4. I'm going to say that's more like 3rd and 5. I'll split the difference and say 3rd and 4.5. From just inside the right hash mark, 41-yard line right into the field. Mansell in the shotgun. They send Lockhart in motion right to left. Mansell, shotgun snap, rolls left, throws, nobody home. Threw it way over to one of the assistants on the Cowboys sideline. There was absolutely no one within about 10 yards. Miscommunication there, and that could happen an awful lot when you have new wide receivers or wide receivers you haven't necessarily played with. Mansell coming back off of injury, a trio of new wide receivers for him to work with, and so it's not surprising we've seen a couple of wide throws and missed assignments.
And it's especially tough when you're a team that could be that 4th team in the playoffs and you're having to adjust all of this in the middle of the season. It's not an enviable position, but the Bengals are doing the most what they can with it, and so far they're being successful.
So Sebastian Flores on to punt this ball away, and he will do so from his own 44-yard line and punts it over the near sideline, and we'll see where the officials mark that went out of bounds. Still walking, still walking, still walking. We're walking favorably for the Cowboys here. Out of bounds at the 23-yard line, so that's where the Cowboys will get their first possession started for the ball game. Cowboys will start tonight with a change in quarterback for no other reason as they're going to give Eshawn Mayer an opportunity to get some playing time here. And so Eshawn Mayer, normally the backup for the Cowboys, also a wide receiver, he will be the starting quarterback tonight. So the Cowboys will start at their own 23-yard line with 8:23 to go. And it's Mayer's offense to run tonight, and they go to the ground, as you predicted. First play from scrimmage, it's Jaden George going up the middle, charging forward, and picking up about 7 yards on that carry.
It's kind of been that All-American Reject song, My Dirty Little Secret. It's kind of been our secret going into this one that Mayer was going to play. But now we can officially confirm that, and there's a run here.
They run to the the left side, and out to they're going to give him forward progress to the 30-yard line.
Number 20, Jaden George.
But
Jaden George on the carry again, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and about 3.
But Eshawn Mayer, he's stepping into this role tonight, and Coach Wiley has said it himself. If he was at any other school, he'd be a starting quarterback. So this is just an opportunity for him to take the reins a little bit on a short week, get some playing time. He's a guy who likes to go vertical, and he's a big film guy. He can read the defense as well and adjust on the fly.
Will Kennington in as slot wide receiver. They take off the tight end Evan Mackin on his 3rd down and 3 to go from their own 30-yard line. Mayer under pressure from behind, and he is going to be sacked back at the 26.
And they just brought blitz on each side there, so no matter where Mayer was going to go, left or right, there was a Bengal in front of him or behind him. So kind of in no man's land there on that play there as the Cowboys will have to punt this one.
So a 3-and-out for the Cowboys here on their first possession. And coming on is Jonathan Yowell to punt the ball away.
4th and 7.
Pair of punts last week for him, averaging about 24 yards on those kicks. So he'll punt it from back inside his own 20. And the return man for Braswell stands at his own 28-yard line. It is a high, short spiral punt, and it's going to go out of bounds on the near sideline. The returner, Landon Rowland. No work for him on that return. So 3-and-out for the Cowboys after a gain of only 3 yards on that first offensive possession, and so back to work for the Braswell Bengals offense, and they're getting a pretty decent start to this football game.
Yeah, they've had a few runs that they've gotten a couple first downs, which, that's a big momentum builder for them. Of course, they ended up punting the ball anyway, but sometimes you can't win the game on one drive unless it's the last drive of the game. Starting off the game, you just want to build some momentum, build some positivity for your offense. I think there were some moments where they did that, so even though they got no points out of it, they got a little something out of it to help them through the rest of the game.
From the 39-yard line with 6:23 to go, Braswell's offense will take their second possession of this respective first possessions. And whistles here from head referee Tony Mobley as he comes in, and he's going to move the football. Oh, no. They still had the Cowboys football out there. Braswell wanted its football out there. Well, whatever. That ball is spotted just inside the 39-yard line, inside the right hash mark. And again, I think this whistle is to start the play clock. Handoff, shotgun snap. Mansell going up the middle is Trufant, and he pushes the pile out to the out to the Bengal 48-yard line before he's brought down. Trufant last year, 7 rushes, 28 yards in the game against the Cowboys. Quickly back up to the line of scrimmage as they're running a tempo offense here. Trufant swallowed up. 0-on-0 crime as Trufant wearing 0 swallowed up Nduve Nesayama wearing number 0. He and Braylon Powell in on the stop. So quickly, a third down and about 3 yards to go as the ball is spotted at the Bengal 46-yard line. They need to get to the 49. So a third and short here with 5:33 left to go here in this first quarter. No score yet. Stacked wides, 2 of them on the left side, 1 wide to the right side. They go back to the ground. Trufant is wrapped up by the ankles, and he is brought down finally. After he escaped 1 tackle, he's brought down by Tyree Roberson, the cornerback who comes in and gets him down after about a half a yard gain. So we'll see what the Bengals decide to do here, and they are now bringing on the special teams, and they will punt after picking up about 6 yards. So I'm not going to trust this video board because it has it at 4th and 1, yet the ball is clearly 2.5 yards short of the first down.
It's true, yeah. It's a couple yards at least.
Okay. We'll rely on our eyes and our inference clues to bring you the best broadcast we can. They'll snap it from the 48. Deep kick. It's Tyrell Roberson back to return it for the Cowboys tonight with Eshawn Mayer handling the quarterbacking duties, and that one goes out of bounds. So a pickup of, we're going to say, 8 yards total on that drive.
Well, while you were in New York last week, something I didn't mention to you, the chain gang last week, I don't think they believed in the number 10 because it was always a 1st and 11 or a 1st and 9. Never was a 1st and 10, and
I don't know how to take that.
Yeah, I don't either, but so I had to reassure the audience it's 10 yards. Trust me, rules don't change.
This is a 1st down and 10, so they got that part right on the video board here. The Cowboys will scrimmage from their own 35-yard line, left hash mark, driving from right to left, wearing all white tonight, white jerseys, white pants, white helmets. And here's Dylan McAfee on an end round run to the right side. Stutter step move, gets away from a couple of tackles and out to the 40-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds. So the Cowboys running the ball, relying on that run just like you expected they would tonight.
And now every time Dylan McAfee touches the ball, I'm just expecting a touchdown after last week, a 98-yard touchdown. The very first play the Cowboys ran on offense on the second drive of the game, getting that big play touchdown. I mean, I'm going to remember that one for a while.
Mears got both backs in, Jaden George and Dylan McAfee. And he stands in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers, 1 to the right, and that is Jacob Inene. And to the left, he's got the tight end Mackin lined up in the slot, and he's got Crew Davis. Split out to the numbers on the left side. Shotgun snap. They hand the ball off George, trying to curl around the right end of the line, and he's going to be lucky if he gets a half a yard. Tackled inbounds along the Coppell far sideline. So they'll give him a yard on that, and they'll set up a 3rd down and about 4 to go. They need to get to the 45. Clock ticking with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left to go first quarter, and still no score. Cowboys punted on their first offensive possession. This is their second. We've seen 3 possessions tonight, 2 for Braswell, 1 for Coppell, all of them ending in punts. We have not seen a first down since Braswell's opening possession of the ballgame. 4 wide receivers set out there for the Cowboys here on this 3rd down and 4. Mayer in the shotgun, standing back at his own 36-yard line. Takes the snap, throws over the middle, and it's complete. On a slant route, picking up the first down on a good catch there is William Kennington. His first varsity catch of the season. And it goes for a first down here. They'll move the chains. Cowboys are inside Braswell territory, down to the 47-yard line. Ball spotted on the right hash mark for this first down and 10. 3:33 left to go. Quarter number 1. No score yet. 4 wide receivers out there. 3 to the left and 1 to the right. McAfee is the lone back, and he is to Mayer's left side. And he's going to take the ball, bounce off a tackle, keep his legs grinding forward before he's upended at the 45-yard line, pickup of 2.
Number 28, Dylan McAfee.
McAfee with those hard-nosed runs.
Yeah, one of the things to watch, too, one of the things that's similar between Mayer and Zingelman is, they're going to run this option, and Mayer hasn't done it yet and kept the ball himself, but he will sooner rather than later, and he's got a lot of speed on him. Of course, he's a wide receiver, but also a special teams kick and punt returner at times, so they don't put slow folks out there to run those positions.
Not at all. He is lined up in the shotgun, a quarterback right now. Mayer standing at midfield, hands the ball off. Hard run up the middle is McAfee, and he's going to pick up about 3. They'll get him down to the 42-yard line. So it'll set up a 3rd down and about 7 left to go. Cowboys getting themselves into 3rd. Well, now they're going to give them to the 42, so it'll be 3rd and 5 based on the spot. 2:25 left to go, quarter number 1. Ball on the right hash mark. Cowboys are in Braswell territory at the 42. 3rd and mid-range here. 4 wide receivers split evenly 2 and 2. Mayer with McAfee to his right, takes the shotgun snap, little dink throw, trying to get over the offensive line, and it's incomplete. He had pressure from all sides. Tyrese Hoskins is the one who nearly made that a nightmare for the Cowboys and nearly ended another drive on a sack. So this will bring up a 4th down and 5. You're in plus territory here. You have some momentum. They're going to take Mackin off, and they're going to bring Diego Rodriguez in.
Now, usually, with Zingelman in, the situation is he just does a quick kick and, pins him down. But with Mayer, of course, we haven't seen him in that position yet, so don't know if it's the same game plan or they're going to just straight up go for it. Right now, it looks like they will.
They empty the backfield and put McAfee on the right end of the line, and Mayer is going to take it up the middle. Mayer's inside the 40, inside the 35, has the first down and more, down to the 34-yard line. Door just opened up, and it was a garage door size hole opened up by the middle of that offensive line.
Yeah, that interior line of Austin Heights, Owen Rivera, and Hayden Yepes going from left to right. They've been opening holes up for a lot of guys. Mayer, the recipient of that, getting the first down on the keeper.
We talked a little bit about the change that we have on the right end of the line with Aaron Isbell in. This is because Eric Anguiano is out. So Harold Bossampan, who's been playing right tackle with Anguiano back in, moves back over to left tackle. So Isbell on the right tackle, and then Harold Bossampan is the left tackle. They empty the, they have a back in there. It's McAfee, and he is to Mayer's left side. The handoff off the shotgun snap, charging up the middle and to the right hash mark, and a pickup of a handful of yards inside the 32, mark it at the 31.5. Pickup of about 3 on that first down carry. So pickup of 2 according to the PA announcer here on the video board. So 2nd and 8. As the clock ticks down to a minute left to go, quarter number 1. Still no score. Looking for our game's first points on the Cowboys' 2nd possession. McAfee is to Mayer's right in the shotgun. Mayer takes the handoff, bounces off the tackle. He's running free into the secondary, and it's going to take it all the way in for the Cowboy touchdown. McAfee hit a wall, changed directions, and found open field in front of him.
He is such an exciting player to watch run the ball. As you mentioned, a stone wall to his left. I will just go a different direction.
It's going to come back on an illegal formation.
Oh, man.
Penalty on the Cowboys. I did not see the flag on that. I was a little too wrapped up in that great run by McAfee.
What I was going to say was he could cut corners real quick, and you heard it there as he was going to score a touchdown, but illegal formation ruined all that. And like you, I didn't see a flag, but it was there, apparently.
So that'll back the Cowboys up. They'll play behind the sticks here. It'll be 2nd down again, and about 12 to go. They need to get to the 24, and the ball is spotted back at the 37-yard line. So Make that a second down at about 12.5, 13. Ball just inside the right hash mark. 48 seconds left to go first quarter. Mayer in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. They have the tight end Mackin right behind the left tackle. The handoff. McAfee trying to do the same thing. Squirms out of a tackle. Charges forward. Moves the pile. Falls forward. And picks up a couple yards on that fall forward. Down to the 31-yard line. As we're inside 30 seconds left to go.
Yeah, shout out to the officials for not blowing the whistle so early, because McAfee was still charging, using that power, and of course getting some help from the offensive line. But 31-yard line, they got to go 7 yards, 3rd and 7.
They made it a 3rd down and manageable with that run. And I'd be surprised if the Cowboys run another play here before the end of the quarter. 8 seconds left on the game clock. They split McAfee out to the right side. 5 seconds and 4. Mayer, they do. They run it with 1 second, and a timeout taken by Braswell on defense. So Braswell has burned through 2 timeouts now. Why would you not?
I don't think they were expecting the Cowboys to run a play.
We may not have expected them to get another playoff, but why would you not have the right personnel out there in a situation where... Yeah, they're going to reset the game clock to 1 second, so the Cowboys will certainly run a play here, but why would you not have the right personnel out there in a play like that? That is dangerous, because you know if the Cowboys catch you off guard, they're going to go for it. This team timeout brought to you by Frost Bank. At Frost, it's about award-winning service. When you have an account with Frost, you have a relationship with Frost. They're there to answer your call 24/7. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So 1 second left on this first quarter clock. Still no score. And Cowboys will have the ball 3rd down and 7 from the Braswell 31-yard line.
It's pretty much going to be, I would assume, 3rd down. They'll probably maybe look to pass. They only have 1 passing play so far, and Mayer did complete it to Kennington. So
actually, the Cowboys have a bit of a favorable spot here. It's at the 30.5, so just inside the 31-yard line. Dead center of the field. Mayer in the shotgun with McAfee to his right and 2 wide receivers on each side. Takes the shotgun snap. They bring pressure off the edge. Mayer to the air and caught by Anene over along the far sideline, inside the 20 and down to the 17-yard line is where he goes out of bounds, and that is where we will start the second quarter. No score as we hit the end of 1. This is Coppell Cowboy Football, the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
Welcome to Bliss Orthodontics, where you'll experience the Bliss difference. Dr. Edau at Bliss Orthodontics is your leading Coppell orthodontist and has been serving the community for more than a decade. Bliss Orthodontics treats children and adults and can help you with braces, Invisalign, and even those affected by sleep apnea. Dr. Edau has more than 25 years of experience and has been named Best Orthodontist in North Texas by D Magazine. Bliss Orthodontics actively supports our local schools and sports teams, and they're a proud sponsor of Coppell Cowboys football. You can find them online at BlissOrtho.com.
UT Southwestern is the proud sponsor of Coppell High School's First Responders Night. Along with its main campus in Dallas, UT Southwestern sees patients in Frisco, Richardson, Plano, the Park Cities, Las Colinas, Fort Worth, Redbird, and now open in Coppell. UT Southwestern is the #1 hospital in DFW, named by U.S. News and World Report. Thank you, first responders. Go Cowboys!
Coppell Cowboy Football, the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network, brought to you by Infinity Solar USA. Own your own power by going solar. Call Infinity Solar USA, locally owned and operated, and they've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company. Call them to get your free solar savings report. Cowboys with a 1st down and 10 from inside the Frost Bank red zone to get underway here in the second quarter. Handoff to Jaden George, trying to curl around, and they grabbed him from behind, and they'll haul him down back at the 21-yard line, so a loss of 3.
Well, here's a little fun note for you. I handled the stats this year, and I get to see things that catch my eye. So here's something that catches my eye. The Bengals do not like odd-numbered quarters. They have continued to not score a single point in the first quarter, and as of right now, still have the third quarter to come, they have not scored in the third quarter either. It's either been second or fourth quarter.
Second down and 14 for the Cowboys here, looking to put up points in the second quarter. Mayer goes up the middle, and he slides down. They're going to say he started that slide back at not even to the 17-yard line, 18-yard line. He slid all the way to the 15.
Quarterback keeper for number 10.
But that has the Cowboys now on a third down and 11 to go. In the opening seconds of this second quarter, still no score. Mayer looking over to the far sideline, picking up the play. 6'1" junior, 185, has the quarterbacking talent and abilities to start just about anywhere. And he's starting here tonight for the Cowboys. His first start of the season. Mayer takes the shotgun snap. Now he's going to go up the middle, and he's going to be grabbed at the line of scrimmage and hauled down. So no gain, back-to-back keepers, and has the Cowboys facing a fourth down and full 10 here. 10:30 left to go, quarter number 2, and the Cowboys will send down the field goal unit.
Quarterback keeper for number 10.
Jaden Tidwell comes on. No field goal attempts last week.
Bengals led by number
And in
90,
fact, this will be his first field goal attempt of the season.
Fourth down and 10
And it'll be,
for the Cowboys.
they're going to spot it. It'll be a 35-yard attempt from the middle of the field. Jonathan Yell will hold. Samuel Calvin will snap. Kicking towards the right end. Not too much wind. And that is up, and that is good. It was hooking to the left, and I waited for the officials underneath the uprights to make the call. They make it, and the Cowboys have a 3-0 lead with 9:52 left to go, quarter number 2. This is the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
Hey y'all, it's me, Cowboy Carl, and I'm here to tell you something. All students need to be at the Mix every single Wednesday night. It's a party. I'll see you there. Follow at the Mix FC for more details, and go Cowboys!
Johnson Management Company is an independent family-owned McDonald's franchisee serving North Texas communities since 1986. At JMC, they actively support their communities through their involvement with schools, youth sports, and local charities. Your locally owned Coppell McDonald's proudly supports the Coppell Cowboys and reminds you to download the McDonald's app for all the best deals. Place your pickup order at the South Denton Tap Road location here in Coppell, or if you can't make it in, have your favorites delivered right to you. JMC McDonald's says, let's go, Big Red.
Jaden Tidwell, 35-yard field goal on a drive that took 14 plays, over 48 yards, gets the Cowboys on the board. That's the Jay Macklin scoring drive. Eat, drink, and talk Cowboys football at Jay Macklin's. And so kickoff, take it inside the 10-yard line.
He's got
Return
room.
Bounced out to the near sideline and out to the 40-yard line. Great return there by Chris Lark, the freshman, who is turning some heads in this Braswell Bengals offense. And on special teams there, propels the Bengals to their best drive start of the night, out to the, see where they mark it, the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Chris Lark, he's the second running back behind Trufant. As you mentioned, a freshman, the lone freshman on the offense. And I'm not going to let that play slide without giving a shout out to Jaden Tidwell, who laid in a nice hit as Lark was going out of bounds. So the kickers can tackle too sometimes.
You know, there's always a story when you see the kicker or the punter show up on the tackle report, the defensive report. First down throw to the near sideline, and it is knocked out of the hands of Treshawn Lockhart, and it was knocked out by Tyree Roberson, the Coppell quarterback. And so an incomplete pass to start this drive. Cowboys could use a 3-and-out here. It'll be the second consecutive one.
I thought you were going to say that magical word, turnover.
Not yet. I'm going to wish for that coming up.
Okay.
But yes, I'd love to see one here tonight, or multiple here tonight. But oh wait, Mansell, he's got Chris Lark as this running back, and he splits them out in the slot. They have 4 wide receivers to the right side now. Lark comes back around, and it's going to be a timeout, the third timeout taken by Braswell in this half. This one brought to you by Bailey Orthodontics, from Invisalign to braces to early treatment for little smiles. Dr. Bailey will customize treatment for every smile in Coppell. Learn more about Bailey Orthodontics by visiting CoppellOrtho.com.
By the way, little note, I don't know if you've noticed, but for the first time ever, I have seen a high school player wearing a Guardian cap.
I was going to bring that up. I saw Mansell come out with it on.
Yeah.
And so, yes, this is the first time we've seen in-game action a high school player, and at least in the games we've done for Coppell.
And no one makes it ever look good because they look goofy.
No,
they'll make it look better.
They do look goofy, and I'll tell you this, as a parent of, and you know this, Brady suffered a concussion his first week of 7th grade football practice.
Yep.
He, one of the things he wanted this year during the back-to-school football shopping was he wanted a Guardian cap, and so he wears it during practice.
There you go.
Wears it during practice. Has not worn it during a game yet, but wears it during practice. And you have to tip the Guardian cap to guys who are aware enough to know that they need to have a little extra protection. A flip in the backfield here on second down to Lark. Tried to turn the corner around the left end, around the sideline, and he's able to do it to the tune of a couple of yards, so the ball will be out to the 44-yard line. So they'll bring up a third down and about 8 to go. They're going to back it up to the 43-yard line. So from the 43-yard line, left hash mark, 3rd down and 8 for Braswell. Clock stopped with 9:27 left to go. Second quarter, Cowboys have a 3-0 lead on the Jaden Tidwell 35-yard field goal in their last possession. 4 wide receivers to the right. Now they move Lark back into the backfield with Mansell. He's to his left side, and they send a man in motion. It's Greg Toon. Mansell takes the shotgun snap, throws over to the far sideline, caught, but landing out of bounds is Carson Newsom. And so that's an incomplete pass, and so it'll be a 4th down and 8 to go. And will Braswell keep their offense out there? They will not. They will bring on the punting unit once again. And so 3 straight punts to open this game up, and a total of 2 yards of offense. This Cowboys defense, after that first drive, which they forced the punt after allowing up 34 yards of offense. They've given up drives of 8 yards and 2 yards.
And it's Tyrell Roberson back there to retrieve the punt.
And it's a low line drive wobbler. It's going to bounce inside the 20, bounce inside the 15, turn a corner and settle at the 13. So the Cowboys will get their offense back out on the field, and will start from their own 13-yard line. Their worst drive start of the night, and they'll start with 9:10 left on the second quarter clock. Cowboys have a 3-0 lead. Tom Dewar, Dakota Burke back with you here in the Champion Sports Radio broadcast booth at Carrico Stadium. Technically in Little Elm.
Thought it was Aubrey.
I thought it was Aubrey too. Then another address said Little Elm. I know we're in Denton County, so we'll just leave it at that.
We somehow made it through the 380 traffic.
And, for me, it was 35, it was 380, it was everything. Took some art and skill and some patience from other drivers to let me in. 1st down and 10. The handoff, Jaden George tries to go up the middle and pushes himself and the pile forward out to the 17-yard line.
Not to mention either, and definitely no hate for this, it's part of their pregame ritual, you had to wait out the band.
Yeah, I got stuck behind. So the band for Braswell before the game, I guess, does a big performance out in the plaza here, and it's a beautiful complex, Carrico Stadium. So they were performing, and I didn't want to be rude and push my way through because they were occupying the entire space leading up to the entrance. So I waited through 2 songs, and the break after the second song, I politely said, excuse me, and bolted for the entrance. Cowboys have a 2nd down and 6 from the left hash mark, deep in their own end. The handoff, Jaden George trying to curl around the right end. Penalty flag comes flying in as George is laid out, and he is thumped by Huron Brown, the linebacker. We'll see what the penalty flag is. It came from behind the play, but I do believe it's going to go against the Cowboys, and it's probably going to be a hold.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold. Just adding insult to injury on that one.
Referee Tony Mobley.
For a hold, number 15 on the offense.
That hold against Evan Mackin, the tight end.
They actually declined it. You said repeat the down, but
No, they accepted it. They
Okay.
moved it back because the ball's going back inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
All right, cool.
So so it's not a full 10 yards. It happened during the play, so they'll move it back to the 9. And so the Cowboys will have another crack at second down. And they got to get out to the 23, so it's a second down and 14. So it amounts to essentially an 8-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. So deeper into their own territory, Mayer lines up in the shotgun. He's got George to his left and 3 wide receivers. Pulls down the handoff, goes to the air, and wide of Crew Davis.
it's tough there too because Ron Brown once again came in with the pressure. He had to kind of throw it over his hand, and he did, but threw that pass just a little off, and now it's going to be a third and pretty long, especially with the end zone right behind you.
This Bengals defense has some playmakers. Brown is one of them. He had a pick 6 last week against Flower Mountain. 8:09 left to go, second quarter. Cowboys playing behind the sticks here. Third down and 14 from their own 9-yard line. Mayer with pressure in his face, and he is sacked. And did he get out of the end zone? Did he stay out of the end zone? That's the question. I think they're going to mark him at the 1.
Oh.
That is where Tony Mobley, the head referee, is staying. And spotting the football, and the Cowboys dodge a bit of a bullet there.
Yeah.
The second sack of the night for the Bengals.
Yeah, this Bengals defense, it's an underrated one. I mean, they're plus in the turnover margin. They're a team that doesn't allow a lot of points to some teams. They have held 3 teams under 10 points. Or 20 points, I should say. Boswell, Little Elm, and Flower Mound.
Pardon me, Yao with a really short kick, and it bounces and thankfully takes a hop before it goes out of bounds. See where they mark it. One of the assistant coaches for Braswell slammed the ball down on the turf at the 28. But that took a hop, but I guess they're going to say it went out of bounds at the 28. Because it hopped, or it landed literally on the boundary line right inside of it. They're going to move it again. They're going to move it. Okay, let's wait. But this is going to be a very short field for Braswell.
By far their best starting position.
They're going to mark it at the 28-yard line.
Well, and even though they may start with that good field position, the question mark is, one, will the defense stop them, which they have so far, but also Sebastian Flores, their kicker, only 1 of 1 this season. He's 24-yard field goal.
Only 1 of 1, he's perfect.
Well, yeah, but we don't know 24 yards. We don't know his legs.
7:25 left to go in the first half. The Bengals will have it in plus territory from the Cowboy 28-yard line. Trufant around the left end. He's got some room to run inside the 15. Edged out of bounds finally by Tyree Roberson. But inside the 15, and where did he go out of bounds? Inside the 10-yard line. They're going to give him the 8-yard line on a pickup of 20 yards on that first down run.
First and goal, Bengals.
Clock stops at 7:17. The Cowboys with a 3-0 lead, but Braswell is knocking on the door. First down and goal to go for the Bengals. 3 wide receivers to the right side. The handoff is Trufant. Left side run, and he's stopped up after getting about a foot of forward progress. Clock rolls inside, 7 minutes to go. Quarter number 2. Test for the Cowboys defense. They've held Braswell scoreless through a quarter and a half, forcing 3 punts.
For the Bengals.
And coming into this drive, only 44 yards of total offense. But the sack and the short punt is doing a lot of work for Braswell. Mansell in the shotgun. He's got Trufant to his right side. A man in motion. Pulls that down, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete, and a penalty flag comes flying in. They're going to get the Cowboys on pass interference on the tight end, Christian Bourgeois, in the end zone, so that'll put the ball right on the doorstep. Fourth penalty of the night against the Cowboys. Effort penalty, to say the least, and that's kind of the matchup you're looking for if you're Braswell trying to get into the end zone. You're trying to pass it to or throw it to the end zone and get that pass interference call. They has him at the 2-yard line, left hash mark. Handoff, Trufant charges forward, tunnels in, and he's in for the touchdown. That is the 5th rushing touchdown of the season for Braswell. Trufant did not have a rushing touchdown last year. He has one tonight. And he's given the Braswell Bengals a 6-3 lead with the extra point pending. "28 yards on the drive, and a penalty flag comes in on the extra point, which is up and it is good, and it gives Braswell the 7-3 lead. I believe the penalty is going to be on running into the kicker here on the Cowboys, but we'll wait for them to make it official. We'll sort it out on the other side of a break. Cowboys find themselves in a second quarter hole, 7-3 with 6:32 left to go in the second quarter. This is the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
Those with pure food indulgence, Anamia's Tex-Mex is the place for you. Anamia's uses the freshest ingredients in all dishes to offer you the best dining experience. Treat yourself to more than 50 menu choices from the classic to the creative Mexican dish. And not only is Anamia's the best Mexican restaurant in Coppell, but they're also a top Dallas caterer. Located on the northwest corner of Denton Tap and Sandy Lake, remember, everyone goes home happy after eating Anamia's. Anamia's, where contemporary meets sabor. Online at anamias.com.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Cowboys find themselves trailing the Braswell Bengals 7-3 with 6.5 left to go in the first half. Tom Dewar, Dakota Burke here with you in the Champion Sports Radio broadcast booth. Before we went to break, we told you there was a penalty on the extra point. It was against the Cowboys, and so Braswell will kick off from the Cowboy 45-yard line.
And honestly, smells like an onside opportunity. Why not?
And if you're a team that is trying to keep yourself alive in the hunt for a playoff spot with 3 games to go, why not?
Worst thing that could happen is the Cowboys recover and they're still on their own side of the field.
Instead, they're going to boot it and boot it out of the back of the end zone. Sebastian Flores does that. So the Cowboys will start at their own 25-yard line. 6:32 to go. Cowboys finding themselves in a bit of an unfamiliar spot here. Or maybe it is familiar. They trailed Little Elm for parts of that football game. A team that had not won a game in 2+ years. They find themselves trailing 7-3 here. Cowboys have been able to move the football in parts. They've punted twice. In between, they kicked a 35-yard field goal. They'll start this drive from their own 25-yard line, left end of the field, driving right from the left hash mark. Mayer with 3 wide receivers and a back to his right. He's in the shotgun, standing at his own 20. Fakes the handoff, runs into a defensive player. McAfee just wasn't able to hold up the block there. And Jamar Street, the linebacker, was in to make the stop, bringing down Mayer.
Yeah, as soon as Mayer got the ball, McAfee did what he was supposed to do and get the block, but just too much power pushing him back into Mayer, and that play was kind of lost as soon as Mayer got the ball.
Loss of 2.5. It'll be a second down and officially 12. Halfway through this second quarter, Cowboys trailing 7-3. Bunched wide to the right side, and a lone wide coming in now on the end around jet sweep is a Nene, and he is wrapped up at his own 20-yard line. The near side official, the head linesman, is giving him the 21. I think that's generous. The end around not working there. And so with 5.5 left to go, quarter number 2, the Cowboys playing behind the sticks again, facing another third down and very long. This one 3rd down and 14. Cowboys offense not able to find that rhythm yet so far tonight. But a lot of football left to be played. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side, tight to the formation. McAfee is the back to Mayer's right. Off Offensive line providing some time, and that one goes off the hands of Mackin, who was wide open at the 40 and just not able to secure the catch. Good throw by Mayer. He was able to buy time and found Mackin wide open along the near sideline, and Mackin just not able to haul it in.
That's such a tough one to not get. Mayer did exactly everything right, put it on the money, and sometimes wide receivers just miss it. Mackin missed it. He's usually pretty good at snagging those, but you can't get them all, and Cowboys once again a 4th down deep in their territory.
Back-to-back negative drives. This punt by Yowell will bounce at midfield and skip out of bounds. It'll be another drive start for Braswell in Coppell territory. They scored a touchdown on their last one. And they'll start with 4:53 left to go in quarter number 2.
And the second quarter brought to you by Fellowship Church. The Mixed Youth Movement is a party every Wednesday night at 7. Be part of the incredible music and giveaways and meet some great people. The Mix at Fellowship Church. It's on social media. Follow them at The Mix.
So remember how you said I was going to look for and want a turnover? I want one now. I want a takeaway. I want a big momentum-shifting, momentum-changing, game-changing takeaway. Don't wait. Get it now. And get me another one later. But get me one now.
You can't be greedy right away.
No, that's why I waited.
Yeah,
I'm saying I want it now because I've given them the opportunity to get the stop. Chris Larkin is the tailback, and that is a great tackle there by Jaden Bibbs, who just upends Lark, who flew in the air about 3 feet.
And Lark was almost doing his best John Elway helicopter impression there.
That's a good visual for you. I haven't thought of that one in a while.
I've mentioned it time and time again, though. Bibbs, as much as a ball hawk as he is and just a playmaker, do not forget, this man can tackle you one-on-one. He's so good at it. He's just an elite weapon on that defensive side of the ball, and sometimes even special teams.
5'10", 180 junior, Jaden Bibbs in his first year with the Cowboys. Forces that tackle, that stop, that loss of 2 back inside Braswell territory to the 49-yard line. 4:09 and counting left to go, quarter number 2. A 2nd down and 12 off the right hash mark, and this is going to be a delay of game because Braswell is out of timeouts. And so this will be a delay of game, and this will prompt a 2nd down and 17. That is the first penalty against Braswell tonight. And it comes with 4:04 left to go, second quarter, and the Cowboys trailing 7-3 and needing a defensive stop. So back even farther to their own 44-yard line. They need to get to the Cowboys' 39. The Cowboys need to stop them twice before they get there. 2nd down and 17. Clock starts to roll. 3:45 left to go in the first half. The handoff, Lark stopped up at the 45. Penalty flag along the far sideline.
Illegal formation by the offense. 5 in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
So now Braswell's getting hit with the penalty bug, and that'll back him up even farther. So it'll be a 2nd down and 22. As they count off the penalty yardage. So the ball goes inside the 40 down to the 39. So here's a unique set of circumstances for you. They need to go from 39 to 39. Okay.
Not every day you see that.
2nd and 22. 3.5 left to go. Quarter number 2. Clock ticking. 15 on the play clock. Ball on the right hash mark. Lark lines up, offset. The quarterback. A little dunk pass to him. Complete. Out to the 40. Out close to midfield. And again, he's upended. This time it's Matthew Epps that makes the stop. Linebacker for the Cowboys. Pass play makes it a little bit more reasonable. He's down at their own 49-yard. No, he's going to be down. What are they going to? Yeah, they're going to mark it at their own 49-yard line. So it's going to end up being a 3rd down and 12 to go. Inside 3 minutes left. Quarter number 2. Braswell with a 7-3 lead over the Cowboys and looking for more. Trying to pull the upset. Kendrick Thompson, wide receiver, in motion from left to right. Mansell takes a shotgun snap, airs it out, throws it to safety to the Cowboys sideline. So 4th down and 12. Interesting design there to not try to do something with it, but to immediately roll and throw.
Yeah, it's one of those looked like just one of those plays where if it's not there immediately, just get out of the tackle box, throw it out of bounds. Don't get called for any intentional grounding or anything crazy like that.
So Mansell throws it away on third down, and Braswell will line up to punt. Flores standing back at his own 33. Line drive, tumbling punt. This one's going to be hard to field. A fair catch taken by Tyrell Roberson back at his own 10-yard line. That is an ugly punt to try to field. I don't want any part of that, and I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind taking that ball at the 10, except for the fact that you're now deep in your own territory again. They've had consecutive negative drives here, leading to punts and narrowly avoiding a safety. You're trailing by a score of 7-3. You got 2.5 left to go, but you're in prime position to do what, Dakota?
The good old, and we don't recommend you do this literally, but football-wise, we recommend it, double dip.
Cowboys trying to double dip as they will have the possession to start the second half. Mayer in the shotgun, handoff. Stutter step through the hole. George out past the 15, out past the 20. Rolls off of a guy to the 21-yard line. That is exactly the type of run the Cowboys needed to start off this drive. Pick up the first down on an 11-yard scamper.
Not only that, just get out of that dead man's land in the back of the end zone. Have some breathing room.
They weren't able to get much forward progress at all in those previous two drives. 2:15 left to go, second quarter. Cowboys looking to take the lead. They nearly got the defense of the Bengals jumping, but Mayer not able to take advantage of it. Goes to the line with 14 on the play clock to make a check. Crew Davis, the lone wide receiver, on the numbers to the left side. He's got a Nene and Rodriguez to the right side, and the Cowboys are going to take a timeout.
It's a 2-minute timeout.
Oh, pardon me, it's a 2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout brought to you by Bliss Orthodontics. Experience the Bliss difference. Dr. Edau is still the leading orthodontist in Coppell and has served the Coppell community for more than a decade. Bliss Orthodontics can help you with braces, Invisalign, and sleep apnea. Go to blissortho.com. 2 minutes to go. Cowboys looking to take the lead before the half. This is the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
2 minutes left to go, quarter number 2. Mayer to the air, and it's picked off. Picked off at the 29-yard line. Intercepted by Huron Brown and fumbled and out of bounds. And Huron Brown on his backside is the one who's able to secure it. But Mayer with the pick. And that's going to give the Bengals great field position and a chance to grow the lead.
Yeah, now they got to figure out where to spot it. But yeah, just looking for his receiver down the middle. Brown with the interception down the left side and lost the ball, and it was almost recovered by, it looked like maybe Crew Davis. But then the ball went out of bounds, and, well, Brown ended up with the ball just right in his lap.
Third consecutive possession for Braswell that'll start in plus territory. For Mayer, that's his first interception of the season. And for the Cowboys, that is interception number 5 on the year. Their turnover margin is now a +4. So they'll take the ball at the Coppell 17-yard line. Best case scenario to hold them to nothing. Slightly worse, a field goal. Even worse, a touchdown. Mansell in the shotgun. Trufant to his right. They hand the ball off, and Blake Isbell makes the stop immediately. He's joined on the tackle.
Made for the Cowboys by number 50, Aaron Isbell.
Yeah, Isbell made the initial contact and made the stop. And then Lincoln Gardner was in there to help out. Clock will continue to roll inside 90 seconds.
Man,
Clock is going to be a helper for the Cowboys here.
Yeah, especially with the Bengals. No timeouts. And I think they're going to be okay with that if they can at least get a field goal out of it and just, they'll have to spike the ball if they want to stop the clock, basically.
2nd and 11. Trufant, they split out to the right side. Mansell looks. Now he's got pressure from Gardner behind him. A lofty throw and caught by Trufant, and he's in for the touchdown. Trufant was able to get a step on his man over along the far sideline, and he takes it in, hauls it in, takes it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was just a heck of a job there by both Mansell and Trufant. Mansell rolling right, and Trufant having to adapt a little bit and run his own version of a wheel route, and Mansell put it right in the breadbasket for the touchdown.
Having Mansell back is certainly helping this Braswell Bengals offense. They have a 14-3 lead over the Cowboys with a minute left to go in this first half. Cowboys have an opportunity, though, with a double dip in the closing moments of the second quarter and starting moments of the second half. But they trail 14-3. This is the Coppell Cowboy UT Southwestern Football Network.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit EnergyAttic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started, so let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. EnergyAttic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
Cowboys in a bit of a hole here to start or to finish this second quarter. They trail now 14-3 as the Braswell Bengals turn that Huron Brown INT into a touchdown. So the Cowboys have 57 seconds with which to work. They will start with the ball at their own 25-yard line. They need points going into the locker room. 3 wide receivers out there. Mayer in the shotgun. The handoff. Cowboys have 2 timeouts in case you're wondering. And pardon me, they have all 3 of their timeouts. And down on the ground before the ball came out. The ball did come out. Jamar Street ran away with it. But McAfee, they say, was down at the 31-yard line.
Carry on the play by number 28, Dylan McAfee.
The clock ticks down. They're going to mark it at the 32. Clock ticks down to 30 seconds left in quarter number 2, and the Cowboys do not seem to be in any hurry to run a play. McAfee comes off. George comes in. They'll have to run a play before the end of the half. Mayer gets them up to the line of scrimmage. 3 wide receivers out there. Mayer in the shotgun. They hand the ball off. George out past the 35 to the 38-yard line. And the Cowboys, we'll see if they call a timeout. The clock stops, pauses momentarily while they spot the ball for a first down, and they are not going to call a timeout. So they are going to go into the locker room, trailing the Braswell Bengals 14-3 in what has been a pretty shocking first half of football here for the Cowboys. But that is only the half of it, folks. The Whirly Ball Halftime Show coming your way next. This is the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
You're listening to the home of the Coppell Cowboys, Champion Sports Radio.
For those with pure food indulgence, Anamiya's Tex-Mex is the place for you. Anamiya's uses the freshest ingredients in all dishes to offer you the best dining experience. Treat yourself to more than 50 menu choices from the classic to the creative Mexican dish. And not only is Anamiya's the best Mexican restaurant in Coppell, but they're also a top Dallas caterer. Located on the northwest corner of Denton Tap and Sandy Lake, remember, everyone goes home happy after eating Anamiya's. Anamiya's, where contemporary meets sabor. Online at anamiyas.com.
Hey, yo, student section! I'm here with your boy, Cowboy Carl, and we need to tell you something. The Mix is a party that happens every Wednesday night at Fellowship Church for all students, and I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. Follow at The Mix FC for all the details, and go Cowboys!
Are you looking for your young athlete to take the next step? Then check out Performance Course, the #1 training program in the country for school-age athletes. Performance Course is an unrivaled approach to progressively improving athletic ability. This unique course combines sound, proven strength and conditioning principles with the latest methodologies in a dynamic training environment to give your athlete a physical and mental advantage over the competition. Check out the available Coppell ISD specific courses online by clicking on the Coppell logo at performancecourse.com.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit energyattic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started. So let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. energyattic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Follow us on Twitter at Champion Sports, like our Facebook page at facebook.com/championsportsradio, or look for us on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Tell us why your team will win this week. Share when your favorite athlete is named Player of the Week, or brag about what your school alumni are up to now. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports, facebook.com/championsportsradio, and on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
Certainly not the first half the Cowboys that their fans are expecting. They trail 14-3 to the Braswell Bengals here at the half. Welcome into the Whirly Ball halftime show. Life's a whole lot more fun when you're zipping around at a Whirly Bug. 2 locations in Plano and in Hearst. The most affordable laser tag in the city is at whirlyball.info for more. The Cowboys finding themselves with only 49 yards of total offense in the first half. Braswell 48, but they have the numbers that matter. The 14-3 lead, and Eshawn Mayer 3 for 7 in that first half for only 25 yards passing. Dylan McAfee 25 yards on the ground. Cowboys just not really able to find any sort of momentum on offense. They've been hit by the penalty bug again, 5 penalties for 49 yards. They've turned the ball over on the Mayer interception, and so we reach the halftime. trailing 14-3. The Coppell Band is starting its performance, so we'll send you down to the field now for the Coppell Band. Short halftime performance from the Coppell Band because, as Dakota pointed out during their performance, short halftime. It's a school night. 14-3, the Cowboys trail the Braswell Bengals. This is the Whirly Ball halftime show on the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
At Frost, it's about award-winning service. When you have an account with Frost, you have a relationship with Frost. They'll answer the phone when you call 24/7 right here in Texas, and they'll be there for you with a square deal and prudent financial advice and tools to help you with all the milestones in the years ahead. Frost is your corner and around the corner. Frost is expanding across the Metroplex, and they're committed to supporting the communities they serve. While other banks are closing locations, Frost is bringing their people from banking, investments, and insurance into more corners of the Metroplex. Deposit and loan products are offered through Frost Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Johnson Management Company is an independent family-owned McDonald's franchisee serving North Texas communities since 1986. At JMC, they actively support their communities through their involvement with schools, youth sports, and local charities. Your locally owned Coppell McDonald's proudly supports the Coppell Cowboys and reminds you to download the McDonald's app for all the best deals. Place your pickup order at the South Denton Tap Road location here in Coppell, or if you can't make it in, have your favorites delivered right to you. JMC McDonald's says, let's go, Big Red.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
As the sole provider of the Coppell High School mouthguards, Dr. Bailey and his team have been proudly perfecting and protecting Coppell smiles since 1987. From Invisalign to braces to early treatment for your little smiles, Dr. Bailey will craft a customized treatment for each and every smile in our lovely community. Learn more about who they are and what they do by visiting CoppellOrtho.com. That's CoppellOrtho.com. Bailey Orthodontics, proudly serving the Coppell community since 1987.
Coppell Cowboys, we want to personally invite you to join us this Sunday at Fellowship Church in Grapevine.
For over 3 decades, Pastor Ed Young and Fellowship Church have been creatively and boldly communicating the Bible.
For more information, visit fellowshipchurch.com and go Cowboys!
UT Southwestern is the proud sponsor of Coppell High School's First Responders Night. Along with its main campus in Dallas, UT Southwestern sees patients in Frisco, Richardson, Plano, the Park Cities, Las Colinas, Fort Worth, Redbird, and now open in Coppell. UT Southwestern is the #1 hospital in DFW, named by U.S. News and World Report. Thank you, first responders. Go Cowboys!
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Welcome back to the Whirly Ball Halftime Show. Whirly Ball with 2 locations to serve you in Plano and in Hearst. The most affordable Laser tag in town. Visit whirlyball.info for more. And Dakota, I know you're checking the out-of-town scoreboard. There's a lot of games to keep an eye on, especially when you get to this point in the district. And there's some interesting things happening tonight.
That would be something.
Not just here.
Yeah. Let's start with the...
First of all, we should say the Cowboys are trailing the Braswell Bengals 14-3.
Exactly. The Battle of the Mound, well, not so much a battle. Marcus is up 22-0 at halftime in that home game there against Flower Mound. The 2 scores I showed you literally right before we got to break. Louisville beating Hebron, but only 24-16 as it stands. So that one's still close. But here's one that's going to make you go... Huh? Didn't Geyer in Little Elm? Geyer's only up 3-0, and that game is close to halftime. So, and it's actually right at halftime, 3-0. So that field goal came at the end of the half. So they just literally scored their first points of the game at half.
So may I say something?
Sure.
That has to light a fire into this Cowboys team.
Yes.
There are no games you can drop at this point in the district. Okay, fine. But if you got Geyer going to Little Elm and laying an egg.
And then playing Louisville right after.
And you have 3 winnable games back to back to back. Make the halftime adjustments. Let's go.
Someone tell the coaches what the score is, because you may need to relay that as well.
Anyway, so as we get set here, the bands are still performing, so I would tell you that this is a shortened halftime, but based on the time on the clock, I don't know. If we move the game up a date, so we could be sliding halftime back.
Who knows?
I really don't know, but I can tell you this. There's an awful lot happening around Coppell ISD athletics, and Dakota, you have been on top of it all week long.
Yeah, so much is happening. I can't use the app, which we'll plug later, but I got to use the Coppell Athletics Twitter page.
The app, as great as it is just overloaded with all this good stuff.
Yeah, it is. We'll start with the swim and dive team. Latest competition they were in. First overall, first in boys, first in goals, just sweeping everything, led by freshman Veer Dubé and junior Brindley McCormick, the top performers there, matching career best performances and bringing enough points to make the difference as the Cowboys take first place over schools like Northwest High School, the Colony, and Carrollton Creekview. So a big shout out to the folks there of the swim and dive team. Then, little shout out to a volleyball player of Coppell, Adriana Rajan. She has picked up an offer from Arkansas. They don't let just any normal volleyball folk play at Arkansas, so congratulations to her. Scrolling on down, have you ever heard the name Maya Easterwood before?
Just a time or two.
Just a time or two. Finished second in the Region 1 championships with a time of 17 minutes and 20 seconds faster than any of us could ever run. She is heading to state once again. The tennis team got one of their first berths ever into state competition. Didn't end up taking it all, but the tennis team finishing as the number 3 team in the state of Texas. So a big congratulations to all those folks, including Coach Newton and assistant coach Terry and the entire varsity tennis team. And lastly, a lot of players and athletes getting some A honor roll and AB honor rolls, track and field being one of them, as well as some Coppell football players as well. Just some names to note. Isaiah Witherspoon is on that list for the A honor roll, as well as Tyrell Roberson, Will Ellis, Will Kennington on the AB honor roll. I mean, it's just a litany of names, so we'd be here all day if I had to read them all. But a big shout out to not just the athletes, but doing well academically. Follow the Coppell ISD Athletics Twitter page at Coppell Sports and the number 1. Also download the Coppell Sports app as well, where you could get as it happens, results, future games coming up, schedules, and much more. So download the Coppell Sports Athletics app and also follow athletics for Coppell at Coppell Sports #1.
There's just so much good stuff going on in Coppell ISD. We've talked about it so many times that winning, Spurs winning, Spurs winning. Yeah, the Cowboys it started with Coppell baseball for a number of years. And then, head coach Antonio Wiley coming in, taking over the football program, and they started winning. Volleyball, women's basketball, tennis now, and women's and girls soccer. So much good stuff happening. Make sure you download the app and keep a lookout for all the good stuff and all the athletes.
And we can confirm Coppell had 14 minutes to do their performance. Now Braswell's coming on to do their 14 minutes, so not as short in halftime as we thought. So, kids, you're going to sleep at midnight, I guess. I don't know.
I guess, and I feel bad that we shortchanged the Coppell band because it looked like they were done, and so everybody's getting 14 minutes tonight. Where's my 14 minutes? That's all I want to know.
You get enough minutes. Come on now.
I know. It kind of reminds you of the old song "Call Me Al." Go look up the lyrics if that doesn't make sense to you, which Dakota is now grabbing his phone to do. All right. More of the Whirly Ball halftime show when we come back. This is the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
Welcome to Bliss Orthodontics, where you'll experience the Bliss difference. Dr. Edau at Bliss Orthodontics is your leading Coppell orthodontist and has been serving the community for more than a decade. Bliss Orthodontics treats children and adults and can help you with braces, Invisalign, and even those affected by sleep apnea. Dr. Edau has more than 25 years of experience and has been named Best Orthodontist in North Texas by D Magazine. Bliss Orthodontics actively supports our local schools and sports teams, and they're a proud sponsor of Coppell Cowboys football. You can find them online at BlissOrtho.com.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as the foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Each year across the United States, young lives are lost to sudden cardiac arrest, and our communities are left to pick up the pieces. That's what happened in April of 2009 when Zachary Schraw lost his life to an undiagnosed heart condition after collapsing suddenly during a Plano East Senior High School football practice. After his death, Zach's loved ones knew it was time to take action to protect young hearts across North Texas from this silent killer. Since its establishment in 2009, Living for Zachary has impacted thousands of families by providing heart screenings for ages 12 to 22, donating AEDs to youth-based organizations, and training community members in the use of CPR, all with the goal of saving lives. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, so we can't either. Schedule your child's heart screening today, apply for an AED for your organization, or make a donation that could change a life forever. Together, we can give our children's hearts a second chance. Join the movement to save young hearts at livingforzachary.org today.
Cowboys trail the Braswell Bengals 14-3 at halftime at Carrico Stadium. Tom Dewar and Dakota Burke here with you in the Champion Sports Radio broadcast booth on the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network. That was not a first half that the Cowboys really want to remember, but it's something that first half that they need to take away and they need to learn from. They were just not able to get the momentum going offensively, and they just have had good moments on defense. But then a couple of timely scores late in that first half is what has the Braswell Bengals out to a 14-3 lead.
Yeah, it's, obviously a little bit of a weird game just because not only the shortened time that both teams have had, but also Eshawn Mayer starting the game at quarterback. And, that presents itself a different look and a different feel for this team. And it's not a knock against Eshawn Mayer. That's just, it is what it is. Different quarterback comes in, the lay of the team looks a little bit different. But this Bengals defense, talked about earlier, it's the most underrated part of this team. Dare I say it's the reason why they're 2-2 in district, because their offense is at times, but the takeaways that their defense can create, I mean, their defense and turnover margin, they're up there with teams like Coppell and Louisville and teams like that. So, I mean, they're an elite defense, and they showed a little bit of that there. The starting field position, the Bengals have had 3 straight drives where they started inside Cowboy territory, some of that coming from takeaways. So the Bengals are just doing their job on defense, getting the turnovers, doing what they do best, and forcing the Cowboys to kind of have to try and make some adjustments in the second half, which the Cowboys are very good at doing, as we've seen countless times.
Yeah, they certainly are, and this game is far from over because the Cowboys have the playmakers on all sides of the ball and all parts of the field who can turn a game around quickly, and it is only an 11-point deficit. It's not a true 2-score lead, even though it's a touchdown +2 and a field goal. But this game can turn very quickly, especially with the Cowboys having the first possession of the second half. They just need to find some offensive rhythm, and they've been able to run the ball pretty well, just not able to sustain drives.
Yeah, it's been kind of a 1 step forward, 1 step, sometimes 2 steps back kind of game for
the
Cowboys.
perfect example of that was that drive late in the second quarter after they went down. They forced a punt. They were trailing 7-3. They started off with a good 11-yard run by Jaden George, and then the Mayer interception that set up the second score by Braswell.
Yeah, so everything's kind of just been offset for the Cowboys so far. The score reflects that with only 3 points off the Tidwell field goal back in the first quarter. So it's time to stop being it's time to stop being where you're at. It's time to move forward, and Cowboys need to do a lot of forward moving in the second half.
Take a quick look at the performance course halftime stats, the number that matters the most. The Bengals are in front of the Cowboys 14-3. And updated halftime stats, Braswell was 75 yards of total offense. The Cowboys was 73. Cowboys, though, 5 penalties for 49 yards. Braswell only 2 for 10. And some of those penalties have not necessarily been proven costly, but still very inconvenient and coming at inconvenient times for the Cowboys. And their penalty woes continue throughout the season.
Yeah, we talk about all the time effort penalties versus mental penalties, but I think there's a third category, and that's when effort turns mental. While it did not matter in this grand scheme of things, the roughing the kicker on the extra point, forcing the Bengals to kick from the Coppell 45, that's effort, but you don't want to keep making that same mistake twice. You're trying to block the extra point and everything, and that's great. That's a 15-yard penalty, and that's possibly a kick return for a touchdown that you may miss out, or good field position that you miss out on. So they got to lower the effort turn mental penalties here, 5 for 49 compared to 2 for 10 most of the time. More often than not, the team that ends up on the 2 penalties for 10 yards mark is the one that wins the game. So Cowboys got to fix that real quick.
Cowboys with 48 yards rushing to Braswell's 40, but 48 yards rushing, 25 yards passing, and then the 1 turnover. And that's how you add it up to a Cowboy 14-3 halftime deficit. Looking ahead, not that we always like to do that, but it is important to do at this point in the district schedule, is you got the final 2 games of the season at home against Flower Mound next week. And then they wrap up the district season on the road at Marcus.
Which was only supposed to be our actual only Thursday night game. And then
correct.
This happened.
Yeah. But you are faced with, as we talked about in the pregame show, and we talked about a little bit earlier in halftime, you have 3 very winnable football games to end this season. How many times have we seen it? Hebron, for example, last year, who got on a roll towards the end of the season, got into the playoffs, and made it just as far as the Cowboys did. 3 rounds deep, even though they did not have necessarily the talent, and certainly not backed by the district title, that the Cowboys were.
they got on a roll towards the end of the season, and they made it 3-round streak. The Cowboys have aspirations to not just make it deep in the playoffs, but win their first state title, and they got to get on a roll. And, if you can win 5 straight to end the regular season, that's a pretty good indication of the fact that you're going to have some success going to the playoffs.
I mean, it's the old adage. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And it's exactly what happens. You look at some Super Bowl teams in the NFL, even now in college with the playoffs, a lot of those teams, they just do enough maybe to get in, and they get on this roll. You especially see it with basketball in the tournament. They just do enough to get in, and then they get on a roll, and now all of a sudden they find themselves deep in the playoffs. So Cowboys, they have, as you mentioned, 3 winnable games, this one included, even though they're down 14-3, still plenty of time, but 3 winnable games. On top of what we talked about earlier with Geyer and Little Elm being a little funky, and then Louisville and Hebron, that one's a close one too. I mean, this district is still very much up in the air for the Cowboys. They have the easiest quote-unquote strength of schedule, if you will. Every win is a must-win, especially with the opponents they have coming up.
And you never want to make it seem more dramatic than it is, and it's only a 14-3 halftime deficit.
Yeah.
But if you can right the ship here in the second half, get out of here with a W, and then get yourself ready. You have an extra day to prepare for Flower Round, and then you have 1 day less to prepare. So I guess it all balances out that way. But on the back end, you'll have an extra day to prepare, likely for the by-district round of the playoffs. All right, we are nearing the end of halftime here. And that means we're nearing the end of the Whirly Ball halftime show. We'll come back and get you set for the second half. The Cowboys trail and have some work to do in quarter number 3, and they will start quarter number 3 with the football. This is the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
For those with pure food indulgence, Anamia's Tex-Mex is the place for you. Anamia's uses the freshest ingredients in all dishes to offer you the best dining experience. Treat yourself to more than 50 menu choices from the classic to the creative Mexican dish. And not only is Anamia's the best Mexican restaurant in Coppell, but they're also a top Dallas caterer. Located on the northwest corner of Denton Tap and Sandy Lake, remember, everyone goes home happy after eating Anamia's. Anamia's, where contemporary meets sabor. Online at anamias.com.
Hey, yo, student section! I'm here with your boy Cowboy Carl, and we need to tell you something. The Mix is a party that happens every Wednesday night at Fellowship Church for all students, and I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. Follow at The Mix FC for all the details, and go Cowboys!
Are you looking for your young athlete to take the next step? Then check out Performance Course, the #1 training program in the country for school-age athletes. Performance Course is an unrivaled approach to progressively improving athletic ability. This unique course combines sound, proven strength and conditioning principles with the latest methodologies in a dynamic training environment to give your athlete a physical and mental advantage over the competition. Check out the available Coppell ISD specific courses online by clicking on the Coppell logo at performancecourse.com.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit energyattic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started, so let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. energyattic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Follow us on Twitter at Champion Sports, like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, or look for us on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Tell us why your team will win this week. Share when your favorite athlete is named Player of the Week, or brag about what your school alumni are up to now. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports, facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
To the second half we go, and the Cowboys with some work to do here, trailing 14-3. Tom Dewar, Dakota Burke, back with you in the Champion Sports Radio broadcast booth here at Carrico Stadium in Denton County. Cowboys will start the second half with the football, and they will do it looking to come out and get a quick score to change the tempo and momentum of this football game. Cowboys gave up 2 second-quarter touchdowns to Braswell after taking a 3-0 lead. And so Sebastian Flores will put the ball on the tee at his own 40-yard line. The Cowboys have 3 returners deep. Jacob Benene, Jaden Bibbs, and that would be Jaden Todd, I believe, is the third returner. All 3 lined up inside the 10-yard line. And so the Cowboys will drive from right to left, a short pop-up kickoff, and it'll be taken by, it's Dylan McAfee, head of steam, and hurdles a guy, and out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Dylan McAfee trying to change the tempo all by himself. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Hey, 98-yard touchdown run last week. I know I sound like a broken record, but it was so good. I'm going to keep on mentioning it. He has that ability, and he can do it also on the special teams.
So the Cowboys will get their best field position start of this football game from their own 40-yard line.
Raising Kings and Texas
As we start the third quarter,
for supporting the foundation and the students.
Eshawn Mayer gets the offense lined up, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, and they'll operate off the left hash mark. Cowboys in all white. They bring pressure off the corner. Mayer gets rid of it quickly to Crew Davis at the 41-yard line along the near sideline. Spun out of bounds at the 44. They'll give him 3 yards.
Play by number 13, Crew Davis.
Man, a great job by Mayer. I mean, he was going to eat the hit. He knew it, stayed in the pocket, got it to Crew Davis, turning a sack into some positive yardage.
That's become a popular refrain here for the Bengal defense. Line up Tyrese Hoskins, the outside linebacker, in prime position to come blitzing off the edge. This time it looks like he's going to drop back into coverage, and he does. Handoff is McAfee out past the 45. Grabbed at the 46 and hustled out of bounds there towards the near sideline. So they'll give him the 46 plus a foot, and it'll set up a 3rd down and short for the Cowboys. First drive of the second half with the Cowboys trailing. 3rd down and 3. From their own 47-yard line. They need to get to the midfield stripe for a fresh set of downs. 4 wide receivers evenly split 2 and 2. McAfee to Mayer's left. Mayer now goes to the line of scrimmage with 10 seconds on the play clock. Shouts out instructions and moves McAfee to his right side. He picks up the block. Crew Davis can't haul that one in on a slant. It would have been enough for the first down. So the Cowboys are going to bring on the punt unit and go 3 and out on this first possession of the second half.
Yeah, and it wasn't a bad throw by Mayer at all. Pretty much hit Crew Davis where it needed to. But Mayer, he's got a rocket arm on him. That one came in like a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and Davis is unable to bring it in. And we're going to have a stoppage here for...
It's an official's timeout here. Tony Mobley is going to conference with at least one other official.
Could we put 10 minutes and 33 seconds back on the clock?
The clock kept going. Makes sense.
So it ticked down to 10 minutes and 4 seconds. They'll reset it to 10:33. And they're waiting for that to happen. Now they got 10:23.
10 minutes, 33 seconds.
Understandable.
Mobley just making sure getting the enunciation there.
They're still waiting. There we go. 10:33. So the Cowboys have Yowell back at his own 31. Do you think about it here?
I think it's a little too early.
Yowell boots it away. It's a high spiral towards the near sideline and way out of bounds. And the Braswell assistant coach is all too happy to help the officials. And
Everybody's
now the entire team is going over there to spot where it went out of bounds. It's going to go out of bounds at the Braswell 39-yard line. So a short punt by Yowell. And a minute 30 off of this third quarter clock. And the Cowboys with the same problems on offense sustaining a drive. They go 3 and out. So Braswell up 14-3 will take the football. Braden Mansell, who missed a couple of games due to injury, back in the lineup. Takes the shotgun snap. They run on the ground. Trufant breaks free past midfield inside the 40. Being tracked down finally. Anthony Lewis makes the stop. But Trufant gets inside the 25-yard line. Or inside the 30. They're going to mock him out of bounds at the 27. They're trying to get quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Huge first down play for the Braswell Bengals.
1st and 10, Bengals.
Yeah, they were trying to go quick, but now they're slowing it down here, trying to get the play call correct. In 10 seconds, like they're finally breaking out.
3 wide receivers set, 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Now they send the receiver on the right, Kendrick Thompson, in motion to the left.
Ooh.
And stopped up immediately is Chris Johnson.
Carry on the play by number
No,
0.
that was Trufant.
Braylon Powell with the stop there.
Oh, pardon me. That's why you held up.
Yeah, that's why I'm holding
fingers.
up threes.
I looked down. I thought, because I was making a note there when the snap happened, and I thought it was odd that they would have thrown a pass to a receiver who has not been in the ball game yet, but went with you. And
they've gone through some receivers, so you never know.
It's a 2nd down and 13 after a loss of 3. Mansell looks, fires to the near side, underthrown for his wide receiver. That was intended for Kendrick Thompson.
I think one thing we haven't hit on yet, Mansell, that throw just a little bit off. This is his first game back, so the timing on that one, that was just a misthrow because of a timing of the route. He's kind of working his way back to that in the middle of a game. Of course, he's practiced to get to this point, but...
And he's got 3, like we mentioned briefly earlier, 3 wide receivers he may not have had a lot of time with. They got 2 backs out there. Trufant to the left, Lark to the right. Now they split Lark out to the left side. They hand off Trufant, goes up the middle, bounces off a guy, and falls inside the 25 down to the 24. So this will bring up a 4th down. And about 7 left to go.
And they're going to kick it here. And mention Flores, he's 1 for 1. The field goal was 25 yards. So
this will be his longest on the season, kicking towards the right end. This will be a 41-yarder from just inside the right hash mark. The snap, the kick, it is partially blocked because it was a line drive that was dying. And it barely made it to the end zone. And so a missed field goal, we'll put it down as that. And the Cowboys dodge a bullet after going 3 and out offensively. They give up the big play on the ground to start the drive to Zahir Trufant, but that's all the Braswell Bengals would really be able to muster on that drive. And so now the Cowboys, with 8:14 left to go in the third, have another opportunity, a new opportunity, and they'll start from their own 24-yard line. Mayer in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers out there. He's got George to his right side. And the end around, it's Jaden Bibbs playing a little offense tonight out past the 30 to the 32-yard line, using a little speed there on the jet sweep. And so Bibbs will play one play on offense and come off. The Cowboys need to get that good first play going. Ball now on the right hash mark, 32-yard line. Right end of the field with the Cowboys driving from right to left. 7:45 and ticking left to go in the third. They trail 14-3. 3 wide receivers to the near side, which is the left side. It's Davis, Anene, and Diego Rodriguez. They have the tight end to the right end of the line. The handoff is George. Big hole up in the middle and out past the 40. Bouncing off a guy, carrying 2 guys with him out past midfield and to the 49-yard line of the Braswell Bengals.
Yeah, great run there by George. Just right up the middle. Again, the interior of the line, opening the hole, and he almost was very close to taking it to the house. Just stopped there at the end. But again, back-to-back solid plays, a big play there. Now it's just stringing it together and not going one step forward, one step back, or even worse.
There was only one drive of the first half. The Cowboys were able to do that, and that's the one they got their only points, the field goal from Jaden Tidwell. And that was in the first quarter. 6:53 left to go, third quarter. Cowboys looking for their first score since that field goal. They trail 14-3. Mayer in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, the back to his right. The play action, Mayer going up top. Looking to take the top off the defense, but just too far for Jacob Anene. Had he gotten that, he would have been off to the races. Not a bad time to try.
No.
Something like that, but you also want to be measured when you do, because you really don't want to break the momentum. You had a couple of big plays. You got to find ways to string plays together here and see how they respond from that incompletion. Same formation here for the Cowboys on a 2nd down and 10. Ball at the Braswell 49-yard line. The handoff goes up the middle. It's George. Spins off of a tackle and falls forward to the 42. So a nice pickup there, bring up a 3rd down and short. But the Cowboys have not really been able to navigate these 3rd downs offensively tonight. And that's something they have to do here. They back the ball up to the 43. So it'll be a 3rd down and to me that's 5 yards. Well, no, it's 4. It's 4. They have to get to the 39. Mayer trying to go with a hard count to draw the Bengals off sides. They don't move, so Mayer goes to the line and makes a check. 4 wide receivers out there, 2 and 2. And George is sidecar right. Mayer with pressure, and he is demolished back at midfield. Ivory Marshall comes in and takes him down up around the collarbone.
And he just didn't see him looking for a receiver, and as soon as he was about to throw, Ivory Marshall just comes in, and Eshawn Mayer will field that one tomorrow into the weekend.
25 yards on the drive. And it'll be the 2nd punt of the half for the Cowboys offense. Jonathan Yowell standing back at his own 35. Good long punt here. It'll take a Coppell bounce inside the 10, rolling down to the 7, rolling to the 5, the 4, to the 3. Feel like I'm doing New Year's Eve here. 3, 2, no, they down it at the 3. So the Cowboys defense now has them backed up. The special teams has them backed up and look for the defense to make a stop here.
Yeah, there have been little flashes of some stops here and there, especially on 1st and 2nd down. I don't think anybody would
I need the turnover. I'm not asking for
you don't
it
want
now,
the safety?
I'm demanding it.
I know that's a hard ask.
Well, the safety gives you the possession of the ball afterwards, too, so it's 2 with the possibility of more. I still want the turnover.
Right.
I want the pick 6. Or something where you get the ball deep in their end of the field. So from the 3 now, with Braden Mansell, the quarterback for the Bengals, standing on the end of Denton ISD in his own end zone. 5:01 left to go, 3rd quarter. Cowboys trailing 14-3. They go to the ground on 1st down. Trufant, huge hole. He's running free. Past the 30, past the 35. Foot freeze. Anthony Lewis trying to catch up with him, and finally does, but not until he got inside the Cowboy 25-yard line.
That is killer when you have him backed up that far.
They made contact right after the handoff as he was going through the hole on the offensive line, but they just weren't able to bring him down. He is a good runner. He had 87 yards on the ground last week. I think he's got 87 yards now in this half.
Dang near had 87 yards on that one play.
From the 26 now of the Cowboys, they go on the ground. It's Andravian Moore who is running the ball here, and a pickup of about 2. Brings up a 2nd and 8. That clock is starting to tick too fast for my liking here. 4:10 left to go, quarter number 3. Cowboys bring 5 up on the line of scrimmage. They jumped. I did not see a penalty flag, though.
There's not one, no.
Completion inside the 20-yard line and close to a first down to the 16-yard line. I don't know whether the Cowboys defense thought there was going to be a flag, so they. But even if there was, it would have been a free play. 16-yard line and a first down now for the Bengals. They have a 14-3 lead over the Cowboys, and they are trying for more. If there was ever a time the Cowboys needed a takeaway, it's right here. 2 wide receivers, double tight end. Both of them now on the left side of the line. They go back on the ground to Moore. And Moore is stopped up after a gain of about 3 yards to the 13-yard line.
Tackle made for the Cowboys by number 44, Lucas.
The Bengals, one thing about them that I haven't seen a lot of, they have a lot of exotic motions. 2 tight ends going from right to left, kind of following each other. The way that they kind of move people around is a little different than your average offense, and I'm not saying that's the reason why they have a 14-3 lead, but they definitely provide different looks that maybe the Cowboys are not used to seeing.
3 wides to the left side. They go on the ground again. Cowboys defense has a run. Looked like it was stopped, but Moore is able to get free, press the pile down to the 9-yard line.
Carry on by number 20, Andravian Moore with the hard run.
So the Cowboys defense is getting a heavy dose of Andravian Moore here in the red zone from the Bengals.
Cowboys.
Yeah, and Lincoln Gardner got onto him right away, and a solid tackle, good fundamental tackle, but Moore was just using those legs and pushing through and gets close to a first down.
5 wides as they empty the backfield. A little flip in the backfield, a first down inside the 5 before Montague was able to wrestle down Lark. Chris Lark found a hole after getting the flip. And it's a first down and goal to go for the Bengals. They bring in Greg Toon, the tight end. So again, they're going to go with a double tight end, 12 personnel is what it's called, and 2 wide receivers. Ball at the 4, inside the right hash mark, right end of the field, inside a minute 50 to go. Again, they move the tight ends in unison from the right side to the left side. They go to the ground. Lark tries to turn the corner, and he's upended. Penalty flag comes flying in late from behind the play, thrown by the head official. Lark was able to turn the corner on the left end, around the left end, and it's going to be a hold, I believe, on the right guard, Atari Banks Hobbs. I believe he said 66. No, 76, Chasen Johnson, the left tackle. Thank you. You're right twice, I'm wrong twice today.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Oh, you're here for
Maybe?
a whole lot more than that.
Okay.
This Braswell Bengals offense is finding the rhythm the Cowboys offense is missing tonight. A minute 38 left to go in the third. The Cowboys trail 14-3 with Braswell deep in Coppell territory. Although this holding penalty will back them off the goal line 10 yards, or shouldn't say 10 yards. It was during the play, so it'll back them up a significant amount, back past the 10, and still waiting for them to actually place the football. It looks like it's going to be around the 13-yard line. The official who has the ball just keeps walking from hash mark to hash mark laterally. Put the ball down. They're still deciding where the ball should be. It was a holding penalty during the run, so it's not a full 10 yards. It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So right now it would indicate that the holding penalty occurred at the 2 or the 3.
It's not like the play went for big yardage either.
No, it only went for. It was more laterally than it was vertically. And so now they're walking the ball forward.
Where's the Jeopardy?
What is going on?
Where's the Jeopardy
Wait a
music?
minute.
What?
Did they?
They pick up the flag?
So now they're back to the 4. They're at the 3.
That wouldn't.
Are you going to pace it off? Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, we need the Jeopardy music. Who's got it queued up?
There's just such confusion over this one call. And they're pointing to in the Coppell direction. The penalty was not against the Cowboys.
Now it's at the 15. Ball is down finally. Is that your final answer?
That's the most favorable position we've seen it in so far for the Cowboys.
We went from Jeopardy to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Don't know if that's their final answer. Nope.
Now they move it to the 14. So it wasn't the final answer. So in the end, it was 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. Wow.
I'm just up here in a booth. What do I know?
It's a dress rehearsal because it's Thursday night, right?
Sure.
First down and goal now from the 14 for Braswell. With a receiver in motion, that's Newsom. Mansell, shotgun snap. They got him retreating, and he has to throw it away.
We went through all that for the first play to be incomplete.
So it'll be a second down and goal from the Cowboy 14 with 1:09 left to go in the third quarter. Ball is just to the right side of dead center of the field. 12 on the play clock from Mansell in the shotgun. He's got Trufant to his left, sending a wide receiver in motion. That's Thompson from right to left. Handoff Trufant. Trying to turn the corner, and they write him down. If you throw a penalty flag on that on Tyrell Roberson, they don't. But that was the same type of tackle we saw in the first play of the game. There are a couple of Braswell Bengals down.
Yeah.
2 offensive linemen down for the Braswell Bengals right now. Both of them at the 15-yard line. This injury timeout brought to you by Living for Zachary. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, so we can't either. Schedule your child's heart screening today. Apply for an AED for your organization and make a donation that could change a life. Join the movement at livingforzachary.org. 2 offensive linemen down for Braswell, both at the 15-yard line right into the field. 55 seconds left to go, third quarter. Braswell up 14-3 and looking for more. It is going to be hard to get numbers here. It looks like it's the right guard, Atari Banks.
The other one.
It looks like it's 6.
Yeah,
No?
the other one is Dan Maya Blanco, the center. He's the one that's still on his back.
Banks Hobbs does not look, he needs help getting off the field. And he is favoring a leg. And Maya Blanco is favoring
with his ribs.
Yeah, his right side. So now they're going to have to reach into their backups here, and we'll while they do that, we'll remind you that Cowboy football here in the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network is brought to you by Jay Macklin's Grill, serving lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch. Eat, drink, and talk Cowboy football at the Casual Neighborhood Grill, voted to have Coppell's best patio. Stop by before or after the game to see it for yourself. See you at Jay Macklin. So, with a couple of backup offensive linemen in for Braswell, they're still trying to get set here. They're bringing in Jaden Havner from the sideline. They're nowhere near set here.
Sebastian Montez under center, too.
Mansell takes a shotgun snap. All-out jailbreak blitz for the Cowboys and almost intercepted. It floated out of bounds before Lincoln Gardner could get a hand on it. But the Cowboys realized that they were hurting up the middle and sent pressure. could call that the Tums package because the pressure came from up the gut.
I see what you did there.
See what I did there? Ball spotted on the right hash mark, 15-yard line for a field goal attempt. This will be a 32-yarder. The Bengals are still trying to get the right personnel out there.
Yeah, they got 12, 13 people on the field.
Flores is 0 for 1. The snap, the put down, it's blocked. Tyrell Roberson should get credit for that block. He was flying in off the corner. And the Cowboys dodge a huge bullet here. A huge bullet. Whew.
It's one thing to dodge the bullet, but now you got to do something about it. And that's been the struggle part of this. Cowboys have dodged a couple, but sometimes, as mentioned, one step forward, one step back, sometimes more. Got to go 2 steps forward now.
So the Cowboys will take the ball at the 20-yard line, their own 20-yard line. There are 27 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Mayer in the shotgun with McAfee to his left and 3 wide receivers. Mack in the tight end on the right side of the line. McAfee is running free. He's to midfield. It's a foot race. McAfee is G-O-N-E gone. That is exactly what the Cowboys needed at exactly the right time. An 80-yard touchdown run from Dylan McAfee.
He might as well just be a long-distance runner as they huddle up and possibly go for 2. A 98-yarder last week, 80 yards today, with more to go possibly.
They need 2 at some point here to put him in a position to tie. Mayer with the ball spotted at the 3. Mayer barking out orders, taking the snap, looking for the corner. Nobody covering Jacob Anene, and he is in for 2.
He was wide open from the very beginning. No one even bothered to look his way. Thank goodness Eshawn Mayer saw it too.
A touchdown in 2 in the closing seconds of the third quarter. And the Cowboys are within a field goal. 14-11 is where we stand with 16 seconds left to go in the third quarter. This is the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
Seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Bengals hold the lead, 14-11 over the Cowboys.
Where you'll experience the Bliss difference. Dr. Edau at Bliss Orthodontics is your leading Coppell orthodontist and has been serving the community for more than a decade. Bliss Orthodontics treats children and adults and can help you with braces, Invisalign, and even those affected by sleep apnea. Dr. Edau has more than 25 years of experience and has been named Best Orthodontist in North Texas by D Magazine. Bliss Orthodontics actively supports our local schools and sports teams, and they're a proud sponsor of Coppell Cowboys football. You can find them online at blissortho.com.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The Office.
Cowboys getting some life there on an 80-yard touchdown run from Dylan McAfee. It is now 14-11, the closing seconds here of this third quarter, and a first down run for the Braswell Bengals, stopped up and sent backwards. Man, that's what the Cowboys needed, as I said, at the exact right time that they needed it.
And right
so
at
the
the end
clock
of the
runs
third.
down. Yeah, the clock runs down. We are through the third quarter. Hey, let's take a quick moment as we head to break to step aside and let stations identify themselves. This is Coppell Cowboy Football on the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
You're listening to the home of the Coppell Cowboys, Champion Sports Radio.
Time to make the switch to the fourth quarter. The Cowboys trail by a field goal. This is still anybody's ball game. Fourth quarter of the Cowboys football game is coming your way next on the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
Southwestern is the proud sponsor of Coppell High School's First Responders Night. Along with its main campus in Dallas, UT Southwestern sees patients in Frisco, Richardson, Plano, the Park Cities, Las Colinas, Fort Worth, Redbird, and now open in Coppell. UT Southwestern is the #1 hospital in DFW, named by U.S. News and World Report. Thank you, first responders. Go Cowboys!
Welcome to Bliss Orthodontics, where you'll experience the Bliss difference. Dr. Edau at Bliss Orthodontics is your leading Coppell orthodontist and has been serving the community for more than a decade. Bliss Orthodontics treats children and adults and can help you with braces, Invisalign, and even those affected by sleep apnea. Dr. Edau has more than 25 years of experience and has been named Best Orthodontist in North Texas by D Magazine. Bliss Orthodontics actively supports our local schools.
They're going for a little trickery, are the Bengals here on second down. They try the halfback pass to Lark, who then gunned it down the field. Too far for his intended receiver. And so we start the fourth quarter. The Cowboys trailing by 3, but feeling a little bit better after that McAfee touchdown run of 80 yards. He is now above 100 yards for the second straight week with 108 yards.
And on top of that, too, the Bengals having two very important linemen, Dan Maya-Blanco, the center, the right guard, Atari Banks-Hobbs, they both got injured on the last drive. They're still out, so a couple backup offensive linemen in the middle.
Third down and 10 for the Bengals. They split Lark out to the right side, pressure up the middle, and almost caught. Almost a big completion there from Mansell to Newsom, but it was knocked away at the last second. And who else? Anthony Lewis made that play. Big play, Anthony Lewis comes up big there, and that is going to force a 3-and-out and a big stop for the Cowboy defense.
And finally, for the first time, not first time forcing a punt, but forcing a punt that it's returnable as Roberson's back at his own 35. That is a manageable spot to maybe get a return.
Snap nearly went by the punter. He's rushed to get a kickoff. It's a wobbler that's going to be fielded at the 33. Roberson out past the 40 to around the 45-yard line. So it'll be a good drive start for the Cowboys here as they get set and look to go down the field and take the lead for the second time and the first time since their field goal to open up the scoring. They'll take it from their own 46-yard line. It is their best field position start of the night. And so now you got to feel like you have some momentum. You blocked a field goal, one play touchdown, you force a 3-and-out. Cowboy offense only needs to drive 54 yards to take a lead. 3 wide receivers to the right side for Mayer. The handoff George, looking for a hole, and instead runs into a group of tacklers, pushes the pile forward out to midfield. Picks up 4 hard-earned yards when it looked like there was nothing there. Ball spotted on the left hash mark. Cowboys in the fourth quarter will drive from left to right. Mayer shouting out instructions for a second down and 6. Plenty of time on the play clock here as he goes to the line of scrimmage to shout it out. A new play, changing the play, or perhaps a decoy. 3 wide to the right. George to his right. Mayer looks long, throws over the top, and that's got to be interference, and they're not going to call it. Crew Davis was held from the moment go, and the Cowboys coaches next to us are not happy about this at all. That was embarrassingly missed. Crew Davis, right off the line of scrimmage, his arm was held. I don't know what you want him to do to get free from that, but that's why he wasn't able to catch the ball. So don't tell me the ball was not catchable. It wasn't catchable because he was held back the entire way down the field.
Well, in the midst of all that, and mist maybe literally, water is falling from the sky now here.
Didn't I say we were done talking about the weather earlier?
Well,
we're done talking about the weather.
There's weather here, so I have to talk about it.
4 wide receivers, 2 and 2. They bring pressure, picked up by the running back, and thrown and knocked away from Jacob Anene. Mayer was drilled as he threw. He was trying to hit Anene, and then that was knocked away by Jamar Street, the linebacker. So it's now a 4th down. And the Cowboys will be forced to punt. Not really 2 steps forward, 1 step back, maybe a step to the side. I don't know. But you'd like to have gotten something there.
Got a little funky formation going on now. They go back to traditional.
Yeah, they had everybody kind of up to the line of scrimmage. Now they drop Jonathan Yowell back to his own 36, and now they are going to run the fake punt. Lewis trying to get forward, and he is drilled from behind, and it's not going to work, and he's tackled at the Braswell 49-yard line. So the fake punt does not work.
Special teams tackle made by number 39, Isaac Omar. Braswell.
So now you rely on your defense again.
To the 49-yard line, first
and rightfully so. I mean, the Bengals have only scored 14 points. This game isn't 14-11 because your defense isn't doing a good job. They're doing a good job, and they've made good stops, and special teams has been there too. It's just been slow offensively, and the defense has responded pretty much every time with good drives and forcing punts.
From their own 49-yard line, from the left hash mark, driving from right to left here in the 4th quarter, 10:54 to go. Braswell has the football. They have a 3-point lead. Trufant, they grab him as he hits the line. Good tackle made by Lucas Campbell, who gets in on the stop from his linebacker spot. That's only his 2nd tackle of the season. Last one came way back against Bowie. Pickup of 4 on the run now. On the run there, pardon me, and the ball is now spotted at the Cowboy 47-yard line, dead center of the field. Clock ticking, rain falling. 10:15 to go in this football game. Cowboys defense needs another stop. Trufant, they bring him from a wideout spot in the slot back to behind in the backfield. And good stop there. It's Lucas Campbell again, who meets Trufant after he picks up a couple. It'll be a 3rd down and short from the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
Literally met him right there and just one-on-one just basically said, you need to get in the weight room a little more often, and pushed him back. A big 2nd down stop there from Lucas Campbell, who's listed as the 3rd middle linebacker on this team.
Cowboys defense trying to find that right fit for the right moment. 3rd down and 3, 9.5 to go, quarter number 4. Rain starting to pick up. We can see it in the lights. We can see it on our window here. They hand off in the backfield, and they stop him up again. Mansell handed it off deeper than he normally has. And so Trufant had to run about 5 yards up to the line of scrimmage, and by that time the hole had closed, and the Cowboys were able to stuff the middle. So, decision time for Braswell. This is a team that is trying to stay in the playoff picture. They have the ball, 4th down and 2 in Coppell territory at the 43. It looks like they're going to keep the offense out there, although Sebastian Flores is standing right there ready to come on in case they decide to punt. There's 13 and counting, now down to 10 on the play clock here.
Yeah, when you're in between the 40s.
I think they're going to wait and call a timeout and then punt it. I think that's where we are here.
Yeah, they're in between the 40-yard lines, where I call that no man's land, where you kind of have to make those decisions. So just take a little extra time. That's just their first timeout they've used, so they got plenty of time to talk about it.
This team timeout brought to you by JMC McDonald's. Your locally owned Coppell McDonald's proudly supports the Cowboys. Make sure to download the McDonald's app and pick up your orders at the South Denton Tap Road location in Coppell, or have them delivered right to you. JMC McDonald's says, let's go, Big Red. And don't forget, coming up during the Greenleaf Roofing postgame show, don't want to miss Dakota's Burger Report.
Getting a little soggy.
Thursday night burgers. Man, you can still grill in the rain.
You can.
Of course.
Just got to protect them.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it one bit.
And obviously, that Burger report and who's going to have the highest score is subject to change because there are some games being played Friday.
Do you really have to put a disclaimer on your Burger report?
I do, especially with all these games.
Have you been threatened with legal action?
Not yet, but
misleading claims on the Burger report?
There's some games going on. By you. You've been showing me scores that not so fast. I mean, I'm at home and you're texting me scores, and I go, well, I don't know what to tell you.
It's part of the package of working with me.
Yeah, I know.
So Braswell sends the offense back out on the field. A 4th down and 2. Mansell now is going to wave Trufant back into the backfield. He was split to the right side. They move the tight end. Bourgeois to the left end of the line. High snap. And Trufant. It's a fumble. Ball's out. Cowboys have it. Tyrell Roberson gets in there and scoops it up. It is a CLC Cowboys turnover. Cowboys defense has you covered, and CLC Roofing does too.
Yeah.
Your reliable Dallas Roofing Company. You couldn't find a better time for that CLC Roofing Cowboy turnover.
The handoff, Mansell took the ball back, and then right in the middle of that, taking the ball back, he got stripped of the ball, and there's Tyrell Roberson, a pick 6 last week. They declined the penalty for 5 in the backfield, but Tyrell Roberson, a pick 6 last week, and now a fumble recovery this week.
And I'm giving him credit for the blocked field goal earlier, too.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's official, but I'm giving him credit for that.
Following the fumble recovery, Coppell starts the
So he's got. I didn't see who knocked that ball out. So if it was Roberson, he gets his the 4th fumble too. But we know it's his first fumble recovery of the season. And so now the Cowboys will start. They have the ball at their own 48-yard line. There is 8:33 left on this game clock in the 4th quarter. They trail by 3. Mayer in the shotgun. The handoff. McAfee. Oh, and now the end around to Bibbs, and he's trying to find a lane, and he's upended. He's going to lose about a yard.
Yeah, they went to that well again, and this time the Bengals saw Jaden Bibbs out there and thought, we've seen him one time do an end around, will they do it again? And that's what they did, and Bengals did a good job of reading it there.
8-10 and counting.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys.
They give him back to the line of scrimmage. Mayer in the shotgun. They nearly had the Braswell defense jumping again. They weren't able to capitalize it. Mayer shouting out instructions. 7 on the play clock. From their own 47, Mayer under pressure. Throws that one in the backfield to a Nene, and he is hit at midfield and dropped at the Braswell 49. So a pickup of about 3. It's going to bring up a very important 3rd down and 7 from just inside Braswell territory. 7.5 left to go in the 4th quarter. Cowboys trail. Tom Dewar, Dakota Burke here with you in the Champion Sports Radio broadcast booth on what has become a very close, nail-biting football game between the 3-1 Cowboys, the 2-2 Bengals. On paper, this isn't a matchup. On the field, it's become a big one. 4 wide receivers out there, 2-2. Mayer, he's got pressure behind him. He runs into a Nene, and he's going to be sacked. He is thrown down. Get the flag out. Thank you. Ivory Marshall body slammed Eshawn Mayer. And credit to Mayer for getting up and walking away from that.
Yeah.
Because he was absolutely thrown down by Marshall, who picked him up and tossed him down like a rag doll.
Yeah, and Eshawn Mayer, he did not lose his marbles mentally after taking a hit like that.
I get watching the replay why Marshall thought he had to do it, because Mayer still had his legs moving, and so better say, I guess you'd rather take the penalty than allow Mayer to get off a big play. But in the end, man, that's going to keep the Cowboys' drive alive, and that's exactly what they needed. They're starting to get the breaks at the right time. Personal foul penalty against Braswell. That'll move the ball into Bengal territory, but most importantly, give the Cowboys a 1st down and keep the drive alive when they had that one ended.
It was shades of last week when Louisville would have a good play and then they ruined it with a penalty. Braswell kind of had that happen there, and the Cowboys took advantage of it last week. It's time to do it again.
1st down and 10 for the Cowboys from the Braswell 34-yard line, left hash mark. 3 wide receivers. Mayer, the handoff. Not a lot of running room there. McAfee is stopped up and thrown backwards. They're going to give him forward progress of a yard. So now this game becomes just as much about clock management as it does about getting down the field. 6:20 and counting left to go in this football game. The Cowboys trail 14-11.
Not only that, they don't get a first down. They got to get close enough for field goal territory because they're down 3. They could tie it with a field goal.
Diego Rodriguez comes in motion from left to right. Mayer gets off a quick pass to a wide open receiver. It's Crew Davis, and he's in for the touchdown. Mayer had to get that ball off quickly because he was under pressure, and he did it, and he dropped a dime into the breadbasket of Davis. And a huge touchdown.
And did it on a fadeaway, almost like Dirk Nowitzki was back there throwing that one on the fadeaway. And Crew Davis, just beat his man. A wide open catch, a beautiful throw. It all worked to perfection for a touchdown.
And the Cowboys are lined up for the Bliss Orthodontics extra point. Jaden Tidwell on to do it. And it is good. And the Cowboys have pulled in front 18-14. 5:55 left to go in this football game. Fasten your seatbelts. This is the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
Hey y'all, it's me, Cowboy Carl, and I'm here to tell you something. All students need to be in the mix every single Wednesday night. It's a party. I'll see you there. Follow at the Mix FC for more details, and go Cowboys!
Johnson Management Company is an independent family-owned McDonald's franchisee serving North Texas communities since 1986. At JMC, they actively support their communities through their involvement with schools, youth sports, and local charities. Your locally owned Coppell McDonald's proudly supports the Coppell Cowboys and reminds you to download the McDonald's app for all the best deals. Place your pickup order at the South Denton Tap Road location here in Coppell, or if you can't make it in, have your favorites delivered right to you. JMC McDonald's says, let's go, Big Red.
Cowboys pull in front late, halfway through the fourth quarter. 4-play, 52-yard drive. Capped off by the 34-yard touchdown hookup. Mayer to Davis. And that is your Jay Macklin's scoring drive. Ensuing kickoff, and still on the move out to midfield is the returner. It's Chris Johnson. And so the Braswell Bengals will have a good drive start here to try to answer back.
In this fourth quarter, say a prayer because it's a good one. Brought to you by the Door Church. Their mission to see life restored with the gospel. Come as you are and join their church family. Online at thedoorchurch.net. Someone needs to pray for my heart rate.
I have not been alerted yet. Oh, wait, I'm in a loud environment.
Oh, well, that's
but we're
our
in
fault.
an enclosed booth,
That's
so
our fault.
that's us. Quick check of scores from around the district. Louisville starting to pull away from Hebron, 30-23 now. They just scored late stages of third. Geyer has pulled away from Little Elm 22-0, and Marcus up over Flower Mound 29-7. Those two teams are the last two teams the Cowboys will face in the district. Cowboys here on first down, looking to bring pressure. Trufant wrapped up by the ankles. Gang tackled at the line of scrimmage. He'll gain about a half a yard, if that. Also, they had Braswell starting again in Cowboy territory at the 48, so they're going to give him... Now they had him starting at the 47 because they didn't give him any yardage on that carry. Cowboy defense needs a stop here. Cowboys have 3 timeouts. Braswell has 2. Clock ticking down to 5:15 left to go. Cowboys now with an 18-14 lead. They've scored 15 points here in this second half to take the lead. The handoff now coming around the left end. Wrestled down is Trufant. Good stop by the Cowboys again. It's Lucas Campbell. We've heard a lot about him here in this second half. He's played really strong defense.
Yeah, all the linebackers, we've said their name at least once, Epps and Gardner, but Lucas Campbell, especially in the second half, getting his name called a lot, and 9 times out of 10, if we're calling your name, that's a good thing.
Third down and 7 to go for the Bengals. 4.5 left. Ball on the left hash mark at the Cowboys 44. The handoff Lark stood up by Jaden Bibbs. Oh, pardon me, that's Tyrell Roberson, who gets in there and stands him up at the 41.
What can he not do?
He's done everything tonight. What more do you need him to do?
Exactly. Getting a blocked kick, getting a fumble recovery, maybe even got the strip on it, and gets a big stop there, and now forcing a 4th down, and boy, it's a big one.
They're going to bring Lark out, and they're going to bring the wide receiver Carson Newsom in. And Braswell is going to take a timeout. This one brought to you by UT Southwestern. Now open in Coppell, offering pediatric, adolescent, primary, and cardiology care. And a proud sponsor of the Coppell Cowboy UT Southwestern Football Network. Whew. As we get closer to the playoffs, just a quick reminder, you can listen to every Coppell Cowboy football game right here on the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network and Champion Sports Radio, the flagship home of the Cowboys. You can listen back to archive games, check out live broadcasts. You can find it all at championsportsradio.com. Rain's picking up. It's moving in. Should have brought the umbrella in. 3:56 left to go in this football game. Cowboys defense looking for another stop. Mansell in the shotgun. A pitch forward. Trufant trying to turn the corner. He's got the first down and more. He's inside the 30. Foot race to the end zone. Gets back again, and he is in for the touchdown.
Wow.
A 42-yard touchdown run. And Trufant has his 3rd touchdown of the night.
And that was a bit of a misdirection. The toss was in front of Mansell instead of to the side or behind him.
So that's technically a
pass. Yeah. And the extra point is good as well, 21-18.
So Braswell goes back in front. 21-18. Wake the kids, phone the neighbors. This one is far from over. 3:44 left to go. The Cowboys find themselves in a hole again. This is the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
For those with pure food indulgence, Anamiya's Tex-Mex is the place for you. Anamiya's uses the freshest ingredients in all dishes to offer you the best dining experience. Treat yourself to more than 50 menu choices from the classic to the creative Mexican dish. And not only is Anamiya's the best Mexican restaurant in Coppell, but they're also a top Dallas caterer. Located on the northwest corner of Denton Tap and Sandy Lake, remember, everyone goes home happy after eating Anamiya's. Anamiya's, where contemporary meets sabor. Online at anamiyas.com.
The Braswell Bengals jump back in front of the Cowboys, 21-18, 3:40 to go. The kickoff returned to the 17-yard line. So the Cowboys with 83 yards in front of them, 3:40 with which to work, and all 3 of their timeouts. So here's the point of view I want to stress. Cowboys are in good shape clockwise to grind out a drive down the field.
And they don't need to be heroes and score a touchdown. They just need a field goal at least.
Eshawn Mayer in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers close to the line. They pick up the pressure from in front. Mayer's going to take off to the 15, 16, out to the 20, 23, 24, staying in bounds and knocked out of bounds. Are they going to call a late hit on that? I don't think so. He was well onto the white before he was hit, but I think they're going to keep the flags in the pocket. Out to the 27-yard line, and Mayer's best run of the evening.
One of his only runs, too. He hasn't had a lot of opportunities to do that, but breaks out of the pocket, gets forward, and
good job. High wire walking there along the sideline to stay in bounds and get an extra few yards. So that gets the ball out to the 27. That was a pickup of 20 on that, or pardon me, a pickup of 10 on that. 3:32 left to go. Diego Rodriguez in motion from right to left. Cowboys driving from left to right. The handoff, and McAfee is stopped up and tossed backwards. Pardon me, it's Jaden George. Back to the 24, a loss of 3. These negative plays tonight. These negative plays for the Cowboys. New defensive coordinator for Braswell, Charles Wheeler, had this defense ready to roll. 5 wides as they split George far out to the right side. Mayer looks to the shotgun on a 2nd down and 13. Clock ticks down to 2:50 left to go. 5 on the play clock. They got to get this off. 3, 2. They snap the ball. Unprotected. Blitz coming. A throw, and it goes through the hands of Kennington, and he's going to draw the pass interference. He was mugged, and now another flag comes flying in.
Probably for the same penalty.
Caleb Gardner was the man in coverage. The back judge indicates it's against Braswell. If so, it's another right time penalty call against Braswell to keep a Cowboy drive alive. But what is that second flag that came in?
I think...
So it's only a 15-yarder, but most importantly, it's a first down. But here's that second flag came flying in so late, unless he was just in the process
the
of throwing
side judge
it.
is way back there, so he just heaved it, but for the same penalty, so it was just a good way to highlight his arm, I guess. But hey, first down on the 40-yard line of get another big break. Last time the Cowboys got a break, they did a pretty good job of it.
They're going to move the ball back to the 39. 5 wides for the Cowboys. They empty the backfield. Braswell's been able to bring pressure here on formations like this. I'm a little surprised the Cowboys are not going to bring George back into the backfield. They must feel that Mayer's going to get off a pass quickly on this play. 2:43 left to go. Cowboys trail by 3. In the shotgun. Again, here's pressure. That opens up a hole in the middle. Mayer's off to the races. Out past the 50. Out inside the 45. Rode down to the 42. Mayer's picking it up with his legs here. He's finding these holes, and he's keeping the drive alive. It'll pick up a first down for the Cowboys. They're quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. 2.5 left to go. They bring George back to his right side, to Mayer's right side, and 4 wide receivers. Davis and Kennington to the left, Rodriguez and Anene to the right. Clock ticking. 2:15 left to go in this football game. Cowboys want to milk it, score on the last play of the game. Mayer throws, and it's complete to Kennington to the 40-yard line. They'll give him the 39. Clock will continue to roll. Nice, small, modest, we'll say, first down pickup there. And we reach the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning brought to you by Frost Bank. It's about award-winning service. When you have an account with Frost, you have a relationship with Frost. They're there to answer your call 24/7. Frost Bank member, FDIC, equal housing lender.
At the conclusion of
All right. As I told you, fasten your seatbelts, wake the neighbors, tell them to tune in. This final 2 minutes should be a good one. This is Coppell Cowboy Football, the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
Are you looking for your young athlete to take the next step? Then check out Performance Course, the #1 training program in the country for school-age athletes. Performance Course is an unrivaled approach to progressively improving athletic ability. This unique course combines sound, proven strength and conditioning principles with the latest methodologies in a dynamic training environment to give your athlete a physical and mental advantage over the competition. Check out the available Coppell ISD-specific courses online by clicking on the Coppell logo at performancecourse.com.
Final 2 minutes of this one. The Cowboys have the ball in Braswell territory at the 39 for a 2nd down and 7. Cowboys trail 21-18. 4 wide receivers out there, 2 and 2. Held tight to the formation. Mayer in the shotgun with George to his right. Takes the shotgun snap, drops, throws to the far sideline. Kennington picks up the first down and goes out of bounds. Gets to the 32, that'll move the chains.
interception made by number 6, William Kennington.
This is by far the best this offensive has looked, and I mean, it's no better time than the present. They are chaining together positive plays right when they need it. Field goal ties it. Touchdown, won't say wins it, but puts them in the lead at least.
1:54 left to go. 5 wides as they split George all the way out to the right side. Absolutely no coverage in the middle of the field if they can get somebody open there. I'm smelling Diego Rodriguez, slant route, middle of the field. Mayer drops. Diego trying to get free. Mayer throws it, heaves it towards the end zone. Caught by Davis, in for the touchdown. Another one where Mayer just lays it in the breadbasket. This one is a little tighter as Davis had a guy draped all over his back. But he makes the catch, and he's in for 6, and the Cowboys will line up for the Bliss Orthodontics extra point.
Eshawn Mayer must have some ice in his veins. Dropping it again to Crew Davis, just on a simple streak route, and Crew gets the easy catch for the touchdown. Cowboys back in the lead.
Extra point is up, and it is good. And so the Cowboys are out to a lead. It is a 4-point lead, which could prove to be crucial. 1:48 left to go. This one is going to be tight down to the wire. This is Coppell Cowboy Football, the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
Yo, student section, the Mix is a party that happens every Wednesday night at Fellowship Church for all students, and I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. Follow at the Mix FC for all the details, and go Cowboys!
As the sole provider of the Coppell High School mouthguards, Dr. Bailey and his team have been proudly perfecting and protecting Coppell smiles since 1987. From Invisalign to braces to early treatment for your little smiles, Dr. Bailey will craft a customized treatment for each and every smile in our lovely community. Learn more about who they are and what they do by visiting CoppellOrtho.com. That's CoppellOrtho.com. Bailey Orthodontics, proudly serving the Coppell community since 1987.
Cowboys regain the lead on a 6-play, 83-yard drive, capped off by the Mayer to Davis touchdown hookup, their second of the game. That's your Jay Macklin scoring drive. Eat, drink, and talk Cowboy football at Jay Macklin's. 1:48 left to go. Cowboys up 25-21. That 4-point lead could prove to be crucial here. A short pop-up kickoff, forcing a return. Cowboys special teams right on the ball. And they'll stop that return before it has any momentum. Takes a little bit of time off the clock, too.
And the Bengals,
1:44 left.
And the Bengals only have one timeout. So, and again, you sort of alluded to it. The most important part, a field goal will not do it. They have to score a touchdown to make it 27-25. Extra point can be 28. So, going to have to use some clock management here. The defense, man, ever since this second half started, they have been almost lights out throughout the entire half.
Come up with some big plays when they've been needed here in the third and fourth quarter. They're going to be called on once again. They load the box here on first down. The throw, and Bibbs is there after the catch. No yards after catch. It'll be a pickup of about 5. Bibbs is down. I think he may have gotten a knee there going in on the tackle. There was a collision there. He's holding his midsection.
Yeah, either knee or shoulder, one of those two things getting him there, maybe knocking the wind out of him for a brief second there.
Yeah. He's still down. This injury timeout brought to you by Performance Course. Looking for your young athlete to take the next step? Check out Performance Course, the #1 training program in the country for school-aged athletes. Find courses specifically for Coppell ISD by clicking on Coppell's logo at performancecourse.com. Jaden Bibbs trotting off the field. No assistance required. That's a good sign. Hey, make sure you stick around for the the Greenleaf Roofing post-game show. We'll recap this one. Get you ready for Flower Mound next week. Check the scores from around the district. Dakota will have his burger report. All coming up in 1:34. A 32-yard touchdown run, or hookup. Mayer to Davis. Davis' second touchdown catch of the night. The handoff to Trufant, and he's wrapped up. Hit behind the line of scrimmage by Montague, then grabbed by Campbell. Slowed him up at the 40-yard line.
And a very important slow up because he's 2 yards away from that first down marker. So a 3rd and 2, and the Bengals are hurrying up.
Clock keeps ticking. 1:05 left to go. 4 wide receivers. Trufant, and did they just take a timeout hurriedly here? No, the Cowboys did.
Yeah.
Cowboys take the timeout. This team timeout brought to you by Infinity Solar USA. Own your own power company by going solar. Call Infinity Solar USA, locally owned and operated, and they've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company. Call Infinity Solar USA at 469-868-4164 to get your discount and free solar savings report. I should just tell people to Google, because nobody sits around with a pen and paper to write down a phone number.
It's true. Just say the
Google
name Infinity
Solar
Solar.
USA, and you know how to use Google or Bing or DuckDuckGo or whatever your favorite search
And also,
engine might
it'd be hard to kind of rewind this because then you'll be missing out on something important, which I'm not saying solar's not important, but let's be honest. It's a good game
You're
going
tuning
on.
in for the game, not the ad reads. I get it.
Exactly.
I
So
get it.
Infinity Solar, Google it. You'll find the same number on there. You'll be fine. Get your solar savings report. Yeah.
3rd down and 2 for Braswell here. Cowboys have a 4-point lead. 61 seconds left in this one. This game has not gone according to plan for the Cowboys.
And we're also in 4-down territory.
They certainly
Bengals
are.
don't get it. They will for sure go for it one more time.
They still have 1 timeout left. 4 wide receivers. Trufant is the back, and that pass is caught, and it'll be enough for a first down, reaching forward to the 45-yard line. That'll move the chains. So the clock will pause momentarily on the catch by Anthony Rivera, his first catch of the night.
1st and 10.
Clock inside, a minute to go, and resumes ticking. 52 and counting. They spot the ball. No, they're still having trouble spotting the ball. They're going to move it back to the 45-yard line. If I'm Braswell, I'm not happy because the clock should have been stopped. The clock really should have been paused there. And it looked like it was, and they were ready to go, but then they moved the football back to the 45. So we expect Tony Mobley to tell him to.
Only moved it literally like 3 inches. I mean, it is a game of inches, but I mean, do we really need to reset the ball with 50 seconds left? And
they're only going to put 4 seconds back on the clock.
I'm still salty if I'm Braswell.
Yeah, exactly. So 46 seconds left. It'll be a first down and 10. Clock resumes ticking. Inside 43 now. Mansell looking. Mansell trying to get away, but he's hauled down. Sacked, and a big one there by Ndube Nesiyama.
Been waiting for a sack this whole time, and Mansell kind of slow to get up. He's kind of favoring his leg a little bit.
And Braswell takes their final remaining timeout. This team timeout brought to you by Bailey Orthodontics. From Invisalign to braces to early treatment for little smiles, Dr. Bailey will customize treatment for every smile in Coppell. Learn more about Bailey Orthodontics by visiting coppellortho.com. Second and 12. Braswell with the ball now back at their own 43-yard line after the Nesiyama sack. Cowboys with a 25-21 lead. 33 ticks left. Those seconds can't come off the clock fast enough for the Cowboys.
And no timeouts left for the Bengals. Every play has to be to the sidelines.
Cowboys going to try to keep them in the middle of the field. They put 4 on the line. Mansell drops. No real rush to speak of. They go long, and it's caught by Rivera inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 25. Rivera beat Bibbs and was able to get free past Tyrell Roberson, who came over to try to aid in coverage. And he got out of bounds too. They're going to put the ball at the 26-yard line with 26 seconds left. Now that 4-point lead for the Cowboys plays large, and it also doesn't seem enough.
They need to bring more pressure on Mansell.
There was none on that.
Yeah, only 1 sack in this game that I can recall just earlier. Another one would be lovely.
From the 26, right hash mark, Mansell. Now they got corner pressure, and they got him wrapped up, and they bring him down. Tyrell Roberson and Aaron Isbell. Didn't I say you're going to hear Aaron Isbell's name a lot?
He's still down, too.
Mansell is down. So the injury will stop the clock. Mansell just coming back to the lineup after missing a couple of games due to injury. But a big play by Tyrell Roberson and Aaron Isbell. But Mansell is on his side at the Cowboy 32-yard line. Over towards the far side between the right hash mark if you're moving from right to left and the numbers. 15 seconds left.
And Deshaun Germain, the backup, he's actually making his way to the field now, at least.
I can't imagine Mansell is going to be in any position to continue in this football game.
Jermaine's waiting for the confirmation he needs to go in there.
The confirmation is Mansell is still on the on his side. And you have 15 seconds left. I can't tell you what the injury necessarily is. There are some context clues we can go off of.
Yeah.
They're treating his upper body.
Just a quick note on Germain before we continue on it. Last week, 8 of 10, 23 yards, negative 21 rushing yards. He's played in every game this season, so there is some experience there that he's bringing to this as he's been in every game. But, of course, you want your number one guy, and Mansell is that guy.
Head coach Ken Laster going over there to check on him, and now he's in a conversation with head referee Tony Mobley as Mansell is now rolling over onto his back. That is in itself is a good sign that he is allowed to be mobile. Correct me if you have the binoculars and you're looking through them, but is he holding his hands up to his helmet?
I'm not too sure. Body's surrounding him now.
It kind of looked like he may have been, and we mentioned before, he wears the Guardian cap. We are not coming to any conclusions, but
there's a reason why you wear it.
You got to be careful in this situation, especially if that Guardian cap is because of a recent injury. Let us, while they tend to him, we're going to step away. 15 seconds left in this one. This is the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network. Cowboys trying to hold on to a 4-point lead.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Follow us on Twitter at Champion Sports, like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, or look for us on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Tell us why your team will win this week. Share when your favorite athlete is named Player of the Week, or brag about what your school alumni are up to now. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports, facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
The good news is Braden Mansell is up. He is walking very slowly with the addition of two helpers, or under the aid of two helpers, coming back over to the near sideline. Can't tell if it's what the injury may be, but he is moving slowly. Now the task for the Cowboy defense is to keep Braswell out of the end zone. They likely have 2 shots, but 10-second runoff there because of the injury and having no timeouts left puts 5 seconds. So you were originally going to have about 2 shots. Now you got one. Deshaun Germain out there as quarterback for the Bengals.
I saw the Cowboys are in prevent defense mode.
Everything, and they're going to spike it to stop the clock with, it should be 4 seconds. There's 3 on the clock, but I think he spiked it with 4. Either way,
still one
you got
play.
one play.
Yeah. Cowboys are not going to change their play call one bit either.
They're not moving. They are not moving.
You got
everybody holding position.
You got Powell. You got Isbell. Can't see the last man over there. The only 3 down linemen. Everybody else in coverage.
They're bringing out everybody and then some here. The Braswell Bengals are. They got a tight end and 4 wide receivers. With Trufant lined up in the backfield. Germain looking to the end zone. Under pressure, trying to dance away. Gets away from Powell. He looks. He heaves to the end zone, and it is knocked down. Kenneth Gibbs comes up with a big last-second stop, smartly knocking that ball down and preserving the Cowboy win. 25-21, The Cowboys will walk out of this stadium with their 4th district win, and it couldn't have been closer if they tried. We'll give you a minute to lower your heart rate before we come back with the Greenleaf Roofing post-game show. Cowboys win it 25-21. This is Cowboy Football, the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
As the sole provider of the Coppell High School mouthguards, Dr. Bailey and his team have been proudly perfecting and protecting Coppell smiles since 1987. From Invisalign to braces to early treatment for your little smiles, Dr. Bailey will craft a customized treatment for each and every smile in our lovely community. Learn more about who they are and what they do by visiting CoppellOrtho.com. That's CoppellOrtho.com. Bailey Orthodontics, proudly serving the Coppell community since 1987.
UT Southwestern is the proud sponsor of Coppell High School's First Responders Night. Along with its main campus in Dallas, UT Southwestern sees patients in Frisco, Richardson, Plano, the Park Cities, Las Colinas, Fort Worth, Redbird, and now open in Coppell. UT Southwestern is the #1 hospital in DFW, named by U.S. News and World Report. Thank you, first responders. Go Cowboys!
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Johnson Management Company is an independent, family-owned McDonald's franchisee serving North Texas communities since 1986. At JMC, they actively support their communities through their involvement with schools, youth sports, and local charities. Your locally owned Coppell McDonald's proudly supports the Coppell Cowboys and reminds you to download the McDonald's app for all the best deals. Place your pickup order at the South Denton Tap Road location here in Coppell, or if you can't make it in, have your favorites delivered right to you. JMC McDonald's says, let's go, Big Red.
Hey, yo, student section! I'm here with your boy Cowboy Carl, and we need to tell you something. The Mix is a party that happens every Wednesday night at Fellowship Church for all students, and I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. Follow at The Mix FC for all the details, and go Cowboys!
Heart rate still normal?
You know? 25-21, the Cowboys come away with a win, and they had to come from behind to do it, to beat the Braswell Bengals. Welcome to the Greenleaf Roofing post-game show. The next time you need roof work done, go to greenleaf-roofing.com. Greenleaf Roofing, DFW's preferred roofing company, the official roofing company of Champion Sports Radio. I know we'll break down the numbers from the game in a minute. Don't know that they tell the full story. There's something called Cowboy Fight. It certainly never died, but this certainly was not easy.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tale of two halves. The first half, and I will preface this by saying, the defense throughout the entire game did a very good job holding the Bengals 21 points, so decent effort from them. That first half was so much of the Cowboys moving forward, and then something happens and they go back, whether it's turnover, whether it's penalties. And again, I can't find another team like Coach Wiley's Cowboys that in the second half they make an adjustment. He gives them some pep talk, yells at them. Who knows what he does? We're not in there to figure it out. I wish I could be a fly on the wall. But this team in the second half comes out, and I mean, just offensively, defensively, we're just on it. They were getting the true font minus some big plays here and there, but held him for the most part. And Eshawn Mayer, this entire game, that second half, throwing a couple touchdown passes, eventually the go-ahead touchdown to Crew Davis, he stepped up big time in that second half. Every Cowboy did, but he stepped up because that's not an easy situation for a backup quarterback to be in. He's getting some playing time. He earned his stripes tonight.
You know, he certainly did, and you really like to see and know that you have that working behind you as a backup quarterback. And the first half of this football game was not easy offensively. It was just not at all. But what Eshawn Mayer showed in that second half is just such resiliency, and stick with it. You're going to have your opportunities. These playmakers around you are going to be able to make some plays. And he threw two great balls to Crew Davis, laid them right in the breadbasket. And the second one, the first one was a more of a wide open shot, but the second one, he had to drop that over a defender. And that is certainly not an easy thing to do, and he did it beautifully. And in the end, that is what put the Cowboys in front and then back in front to get the win.
Yeah, that second throw he made, I call it the Dirk Nowitzki fadeaway throw because it's essentially what he had to do he knew he was going to get hit, just buy some extra time and fade away, all while throwing it over a defender to Crew Davis. I mean, just a big-time throw from him, as you mentioned. It's great to have. Knowing that you have that as a backup if things don't go the way, you know, when Carter's back out there and, you know, something were to happen to him, God forbid, you got Eshawn Mayer back there, and you know by this game that he has his head is screwed on straight. He doesn't let the moment get too big for him. He's got ice in his veins. You love to see it from a backup.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good point you make there, is the moment never felt like, especially in that second half, where you come out of the locker room, you're down 14-3. That first drive in the second half, just it was a 3-and-out. The tendency is to put an awful lot of pressure on yourself. And I don't feel like he did, and I felt like that's actually a time in which he started to really shine, and in the end comes away with it should feel good about what he was able to do in the third and fourth quarter to give this team the win. He goes 10 for 18, 115 yards, and yes, the passes, those two passes, but there were a couple of times where he extended plays with his feet, and that was what propelled this team to get down the field.
Yeah, and he didn't get that opportunity at all in the first half. I mean, this guy's a wide receiver. He's a kick punt returner, for crying out loud. Again, you don't put slow people back in those positions. He has a lot of speed. He didn't get to use it in the first half, whether it be because they just didn't call the plays for him, or when he had the chance, the Bengals stopped him. But in that second half, when that field opened up and he used his legs, that's when that pass was able to be opened up and game-winning touchdown.
Exactly. And defensively, there were a lot of bright spots tonight. We heard Lucas Campbell's name. He stepped up in run defense in that second half. But Tyrell Roberson, another outstanding night for him.
Yeah, Roberson, of course, last week a pick six. He follows it up with a blocked field goal. Then he follows it up with, maybe he's credited with the forced fumble, but he's for sure credited with the fumble recovery. And I do want to give a shout out, even though we didn't say his name all but once. It was an important time we said it the one time. Kenneth Gibbs Jr., smart play at the end, bat it down, prevent some Hail Mary, shady shenanigans from happening. Last thing we need after this game. So big shout out to him. But yeah, a lot of guys stepping up. That defensive line really stepped up in the fourth quarter. Manziel was not getting pressure at all in the first half and parts in the third quarter, and then that fourth quarter, that defensive line came after him.
And not to downplay it, but this was all with one less day of preparation. One less day of preparation that became official yesterday.
And playing your backup. He's a
I'm
talented.
sorry, I guess it was on Tuesday.
He's a talented, and he's a talented backup.
Yeah.
But one less day, you're going with your backup in the game. A lot of things that can throw you off, but Coach Wiley is, might as well call him Cool Hand Luke, because that's how he had this team ready.
I'll pass that along.
There you go.
All right, Greenleaf Roofing post-game show continues. Take a look around the district and have Dakota's Burger Report when we come back on UT Southwestern. Coppell Cowboy Football Network.
Welcome to Bliss Orthodontics, where you'll experience the Bliss difference. Dr. Edau at Bliss Orthodontics is your leading Coppell orthodontist and has been serving the community for more than a decade. Bliss Orthodontics treats children and adults and can help you with braces, Invisalign, and even those affected by sleep apnea. Dr. Edau has more than 25 years of experience and has been named Best Orthodontist in North Texas by D Magazine. Bliss Orthodontics actively supports our local schools and sports teams, and they're a proud sponsor of Coppell Cowboys football. You can find them online at BlissOrtho.com.
At Frost, it's about award-winning service. When you have an account with Frost, you have a relationship with Frost. They'll answer the phone when you call 24/7 right here in Texas, and they'll be there for you with a square deal and prudent financial advice and tools to help you with all the milestones in the years ahead. Frost is your corner and around the corner. Frost is expanding across the Metroplex, and they're committed to supporting the communities they serve. While other banks are closing locations, Frost is bringing their people from banking, investments, and insurance into more corners of the Metroplex. Deposit and loan products are offered through Frost Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Each year across the United States, young lives are lost to sudden cardiac arrest, and our communities are left to pick up the pieces. That's what happened in April of 2009 when Zachary Schraw lost his life to an undiagnosed heart condition after collapsing suddenly during a Plano East Senior High School football practice. After his death, Zach's loved ones knew it was time to take action to protect young hearts across North Texas from this silent killer. Since its establishment in 2009, Living for Zachary has impacted thousands of families by providing heart screenings for ages 12 to 22, donating AEDs to youth-based organizations, and training community members in the use of CPR, all with the goal of saving lives. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, so we can't either. Schedule your child's heart screening today, apply for an AED for your organization, or make a donation that could change a life forever. Together, we can give our children's hearts a second chance. Join the movement to save young hearts at livingforzachary.org today.
Cowboys eke out a 25-21 win on the road against the Braswell Bengals. Welcome back to the Greenleaf Roofing post-game show. The next time you need roof work done, go to greenleaf-roofing.com. You know, we don't need to do it necessarily a huge deep dive into the stats for tonight's game, but everything just so close. Coppell 295 total yards, Braswell 290. Down to the penalties. And the Cowboys, here's something else to mention.
Yeah, I found this too.
They cleaned up their act in the second half.
0 penalties.
5 penalties for 49 yards, all in the first half. And then 3 key penalties for Braswell in that second half. They ended up with 5 for 50 yards. Mayer, as we said, 10 for 19, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Braden Mansell, 7 for 16, 84 yards and a touchdown. Dylan McAfee, his second straight 100-yard rushing game, 9 rushes, 109 yards. and a touchdown, and a big one. That was an 80-yard scamper. Zahir Trufant for Braswell gashed the Cowboys' run defense. 23 rushes for 197 yards, averaging over 8.5 a carry and getting 2 touchdowns, plus 25 receiving yards and a receiving touchdown. Crew Davis, a couple of touchdown grabs for him for Coppell tonight, 3 for 69 yards for him. Kennington with a nice night, and coming up in a couple of big spots, 3 catches, 22 yards for him. And Jacob Anene with 2 catches, 17. And Jaden Bibbs, 1 for 8. McAfee, 1 for -1. But everybody touched the ball. Everybody played a role here. And some point, Mayer, 19 rushing yards, and those coming into the second half, and those proving to be big. Okay. We got Flower Mound next week, and we got Marcus the week after. 2 very winnable football games, and use the extra day to rest up, take care of business, and get back to work next Friday night. But before we do that, look around the district and then your burger report, sir.
Yeah, let's take a quick look around the district before we get into all the burgers that are flying around. Marcus is up 32-14 against Flower Mound, so they should have that one pretty easily. Hebron and Louisville, oh, it's getting interesting. 30-30. The last play, at least by Dallas Morning News, Cameron Allen with a PAT off a touchdown pass. Tyler Hoke and Brady Brock connecting on that. So a 30-30 game there. And then Denton Geyer took care of their business against Little Elm, 29-0. There's a lot of you still here, so if you're new here, this burger report that he's been teasing, you're like, what the heck? We talking about burgers? Yeah. Team scores 50 points or more. It's a burger. It's a long story. I'll explain it later. So, day early, Thursday, flipping burgers, had a little rain. It's no problem for some folks, like Argyle Liberty Christian, 63-3 against Fort Worth Nolan, handling business there at home. Carrollton Newman Smith getting them a little bit of a burger, maybe like a kid's burger, a 50-7 win there against Bryan Adams. Moving on down the list, Fort Worth Christian 59 burger against Fort Worth Southwest Christian, 59-12 final in that one. Highland Park and Cleburne, Highland Park 56-14. That game is still currently active as it stands. Kimball 68-0 shutout. But of course, if you know, if I'm mentioning 68 points now, that means somebody scored a little bit more points than the other. So we'll have to wait and see who that is. Lake Highland 63-14 against Irving Nimitz. Mansfield Lakeridge 63-46. There's the defense in that game. A lot of offense in that one. Mansfield Lakeridge getting the win there. Melissa against Frisco Emerson 54-14. Lancaster a 64-20 final against Mosquitoes. They're trying to still be in the playoff hunt in that district of death. Sulphur Springs 65-7 against Nevada Community. North,
it's pronounced Nevada here, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't know that till just now. North Crowley, 69 burger, 69-17 against Fort Worth Boswell.
I'm not trying to call you out. I'm just pointing at how ridiculous that actually sounds.
It is true. Sunnyvale, we know how to pronounce that one, 58-21 against Quinlan Ford. You do have to sound it out. And then there's Aledo. They just continue to win district game after district game. Remember, they haven't lost a district game since 2007. I think it was right when the iPhone first came out.
That's the year I got married.
Hey, it's been a while. 72-10. 72-10 final against Richland. Yeah. Hey, I'm not. It has nothing against Anna. It's all about you.
No, I wasn't even talking to Anna. She's the one who would say that.
She would. The biggest burger of the night, the Big Mac of the night, at least for Thursday's game, goes to Whitesboro against A-Plus Academy. It's Whitesboro.
A-Plus Academy?
Well, Whitesboro put up the A-Plus performance. 78-6 final.
Sounds like an F- Academy.
There you go. 78-6 against A-Plus Academy. Your locally owned Coppell McDonald's. It's JMC McDonald's supports the boys. Download the McDonald's app and pick up your orders at the South Denton Tap Road location in Coppell, or have them delivered to you. JMC McDonald says, let's go Big Red. And before I end this segment, quick program note. I don't usually do this, but it's kind of important.
This is authorized.
It is. If you have nothing going on tomorrow at 1 p.m., which I know that's tough for us, but if you have nothing going on at 1 p.m., I would encourage you, if you don't have it already, WFAA Plus.
It's a free app. Not that I work for Channel 8. I work to for their competition for a long time.
Well,
I'll give them a plug here.
You're a friend now, okay? WFAA Plus, Allen versus Prosper. It's not just a big game because it's Allen and Prosper on a Friday at 1 p.m. of all times, but the Cowboys may see one of those two teams in playoffs. So if you want to see
powerhouses in that district,
yeah.
too.
So if you want to see what the future may hold for the Cowboys, WFAA Plus 1 p.m. Allen and Prosper.
All right. We'll keep an eye on that Louisville-Hebron score. It is still 30-30, and that game is now going to overtime.
Ooh, boy.
So that's a big one. I might try to tune in. I'm going to try to tune into that Allen and Prosper game tomorrow. Mike Leslie on the call over on WFAA Plus. And we will be back with you next Friday night, a week and a day from tonight, back home at Buddy Eccles Field, the Cowboys and the Flower Mound Jaguars as the Cowboys make their push to the playoffs.
That's no trick. That's nothing but a treat on Halloween night.
I still haven't agreed to dress up, by the way.
You have not. I'm telling you, we have a Mario and Luigi vibe to us, and you haven't really said much about. I'm wearing red today, actually, just maybe throw it out there if you want to, still do that.
Okay. Outside of doing it with my kids, the last time, when I gave up going around on Halloween in 4th grade.
Wow.
Why am I going to go beg for candy? I got candy at home.
Oh, now you have a job. You buy candy whenever?
No, that's what I said. It was a 4th grade. I'm like, I don't.
Oh, I can mow some lawns and get candy. Whatever.
All right. Tune in, I guess, to hear us describe. We're on radio, so tune in to hear us describe what we're dressing. We'll post it on social media if we get our acts together and do something. 25-21, the Cowboys win here tonight. Back home next Friday night against the Flower Mound Jaguars. Be there if you can. If not, we have it for you here on the UT Southwestern Coppell Cowboy Football Network. For Dakota Burke, this is Tom Dewar. Thank you so much for joining us. Get some rest. You'll need it after this one. Cowboys win. We'll see you next Friday night. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.